Hello? Okay, there we go.
All right. So I showed up to your house today.
Yep.
After going on quite the adventure to the post office and Walmart. Although post office was fine. Walmart was a pain. But none of that's important. What is important is that apparently, do you remember, like, God, it had to have been like 2 or 3 months ago, that pest control guy showed up, and like I ended up talking to him because I was trying to go home, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's like, you can leave a flyer. I don't know.
He then cornered me later. Yeah.
Oh, so he has talked to you once.
Yes, I signed up for it.
So that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, so now here's what's funny. So you had texted me saying like, hey, the front door's unlocked. I'm in the shower.
Yeah.
You know, just come upstairs blindfolded. And I'm like, you got
shit.
it. Mm-hmm.
Be on the bed at the ready.
A little bit of Craigslist plug and play. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
They love it.
Emphasis on plug.
Play. Pause. That just reminded me of a sad memory, but I
unlocked a core memory.
I'm gonna finish this first. So I'm like, okay, the door's locked, which is fine. Like, it's not a big deal. I'll like put this stuff down and I'll just go sit in my car. Like, I'm like, unless you already are in the shower, which I think you are. So I'm like, I'll just get in the car and, you know, wait because it's warm. And I see this fucking car, like silver little car, like Jetta, like pull up into the house, and all I could think was, oh, is it your dad? Like,
in a Jetta?
Well, that's
right. No, I know.
It was like, okay, maybe you were like, shit, I forgot to. I'm already in the shower. Dad, you're right around the corner. You might have just left. Whatever. Yeah. He gets out and he goes, hey, I just caught you. And I'm like, hi. He goes, yeah. Did you ever? I'm like, yeah, I don't live here. Like, this is the second time that we've talked, my guy. And like, I want to say he got the service. I don't know.
I literally did with him.
Which is astounding.
Well, presumably, I'm assuming that guy
hunky guy with like a full sleeve.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't really know.
Maybe I think he got poached. Either way,
I don't know. I
don't know why he comes at the time where I'm leaving. It's like he knows that I'm leaving your house, and he's like, "This is time." Yeah. It was just fucking bizarre, and I'm like, "Oh, like, well, he's like in the shower." He's like, "Oh, okay," and I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, he's like, "Yeah, but anyway, like, so you must be the man of the house that I talked to last time." I'm like, "No." Right. That was a nice try, but no. I'm like, I'm actually just leaving. I don't live here. And like, I proceeded to sit in my car and listen to Garfield rap until he went away. Yeah. But like, that's twice now.
I wonder if maybe that's a different pest control place, and maybe I signed up for a different one.
A competitor because he showed up at the wrong time.
I signed up for one. I am pest controlled now.
Yeah, he does scorpions. That was like the big thing.
I need to get actually like them to do a touch-up spray for scorpions, because at the time the guy was like, "Do you have scorpions?" I was like, "I haven't had any yet." He's like, "Well, if you do, let me know." And I now do. So,
which is amazing. I love that for you.
Right.
I fucking hate scorpions.
Yeah, they're nasty.
I got
like
beef.
They look really cool, but they're not.
Yeah.
They're bad people.
It's stinky on the dick.
They tried to get to mine.
Were you wearing boxers? Or not boxers, but
gym
shorts?
Yeah, they were. I had a pair of gym shorts that was on the ground in my bedroom, and I was wearing pants, and then like I needed to like go outside to like do something, so I was like, I'm not going to wear fucking like, it was in the summer, so it was like when I was a kid, I was like, I'm just going to swap into like my gym shorts. So I, took off my pants and pulled up my gym shorts and walk out into the living room, and there was a scorpion in them. And by the time I got into the living room, he had realized what was going on and freaked out and started stinging me like
up on your thighs,
up
and stuff?
my leg, and getting like closer and closer. So I screamed and ripped my shorts off in the middle of my living room with all my family there.
Oh yeah, balls out.
And they literally, well, no, I was wearing underwear.
That's a good safeguard.
It's generally a good idea to wear underwear.
Have I told my scorpion story on this podcast?
I don't know. I know you've talked about it, but I don't
can't
know that
believe we haven't.
I don't know that you've talked about it in detail, and it may have been a stream rather than the podcast.
Yeah, I know I've talked about it. Like, I've mentioned it like on VC before, and maybe in stream. I can share it, but anyway, continue. So what ended up happening? It went away.
The scorpion?
Yeah.
No, it just kept stinging me, and then like when I pulled the shorts off, it fell. I killed it.
Oh, good.
I then proceeded to kill it.
No one touches the wiener.
No.
Only death.
Yeah.
That's why they call you Eric Fatale.
It could be. Yeah, it hurt a lot. It hurt a lot.
It is painful. It was before we got evicted. Over $50.
Well, lucky you for getting that Xbox.
Must be nice. And like, it was nice. I still have it because it wasn't my fault we got evicted. Although in hindsight, it's like, if we all would have communicated, like, I would have fucking paid the $50 so we didn't have to get, evicted. Yada, yada. Didn't affect my credit, so we're good.
Right.
Anyway.
Laramie's not that kind of school.
I'm living at this house with like an old coworker and like this other guy. And one night, I'm like, you know what? I never sleep naked. Ever. Because why would you?
Right.
You could get
There could
attacked.
be a fire.
Oh, yeah, sure.
That's what I think about.
No. Well, now I don't.
Sleeping naked's not it.
I just don't. Like, it's like too much. And like, if something, like, I don't trust.
What if there's a fire?
The security that comes with a good quality pair of boxer briefs is something that money can buy.
Yeah.
And I think that it's superior, quite frankly.
Yeah.
It's great. So, but I decided, I was like, I'm going to freeball it. Why not? Life's crazy. My bed was like on the floor. Now, earlier this day, the bed being on the floor didn't matter. Earlier this day.
I mean, it probably had a factor.
It made it easier. I saw a scorpion in my closet, like open closet thing. And I went, oh, fuck. And I just got a shoe and I just like.
Organization in closet.
I killed it. Exactly.
We are currently in my next room.
Stop. Smashed it with the boot. And it was very scary. And I was like, oh, fuck. Okay. So apparently, my theory is that was the scorpion's like girlfriend.
Right.
Because he realized he came home from a hard day of scorpion work.
Right.
And was like, my wife is dead.
My wife is dead.
I'm going to get vengeance. So I wake up in the middle of the night to some of the most intense pain I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah.
As I get up and I see, like I like lift, I'm like, what the fuck is that? And a scorpion is running down my leg. And I'm like, oh fuck no. And I get up and the blanket shifts. I don't know where that scorpion went because I blacked, like I almost black out in pain.
Yeah.
Because the scorpion stung me
on the pee-pee.
On the head of my penis.
On the pee-pee.
On the wiener. So that it was like a like big head, but then everything else was still small and flaccid. Like it was disgusting. This is way too much information.
It's like a lollipop.
Yeah.
Grape on a stick.
Not a grape. No, like a red like Tootsie Roll pop.
Okay.
Like it was fucking painful.
Yeah.
And like I was like, fuck, okay, I'll throw on like gym shorts. And I threw on gym shorts and the light
and there
mesh.
was another scorpion.
Oh god, it was yours.
It was my scorpion.
No, dude, it was so fucking painful. It was so painful. And like
yeah.
I couldn't pee.
Yeah.
Because like it was stressed and I would like move very like carefully.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, what the fuck is this? So I'm like, I'm gonna go to urgent care and I'm gonna get urgent care for this.
That's expensive.
And I need to be known, this was in Tempe, Arizona, near the Arizona State University campus, and I was a student at the time.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
You appeared on campus at times.
That is a thing I did do. But I go to the fucking urgent care guy and he's like, I'm like, hey, so I'm like 100% certain that like a scorpion stung me on my pedonkus.
Right.
Side note, when I was at Walmart, it was only in men's extra small, so I didn't buy them, but there were sweatpants that said Pepsi on the leg, and I almost bought you Pepis.
Pepis?
I would have bought you Pepsi pants.
Hell yeah.
And you're like, you want to open a Pepsi? Oh no.
Once you pop, you just can't stop.
I have a perfect image for that, actually, that I can't show on the podcast, but I can show to you.
Okay.
Because it's the last thing I sent to Sal, which is this picture.
I don't like that.
Yeah, but
yeah, but
it's actually apropos. But that is a butthole, yeah.
Yeah.
Doing the anyway.
I mean, at least it's clean.
Yeah. Why are you looking at dirty butthole? No, that's being mean.
I'm not saying I'm looking at dirty buttholes.
You can recognize.
I'm glad that one's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. I don't know where I was going with that. I watched a video about Brandon Schaub, so maybe I'm just like.
I don't know.
Low hanging fruit, exactly. You don't need to.
We'll keep
anyway,
it that way.
The doctor goes. He goes. All right, so let's be real. I think we both know what it is, and I'm like, a scorpion. I explained the story to you. Like,
Right.
and he goes, I think you got the gift that keeps on giving. And I'm like, this is the second time that this man has spoken to me in riddles.
Right.
And this is a medical professional, paraprofessional, urgent care doctors. Actually, I don't want to disparage anybody. Regardless, he goes, yeah, I think it's herpes. And I'm like, really? You think it's herpes? Because, and he goes, yeah. He goes, you must have had unprotected sex recently. And I'm like,
I should be so damn lucky.
I can assure you that has not happened unless it's been hibernating for 4 years at this point. And I know that was very loud and yeah, but like I needed to express my seriousness that like statistically speaking, there was a 0.00% chance that it was a hibernating herpes.
Right.
And then he's like, okay, well, I can just give you some like amoxicillin or something. And I'm like, that's sure, thanks.
I mean, if it's a scorpion sting, they don't do anything either.
No, but I could have used comfort. I don't mean like that nasty.
No, I didn't mean that. I'm like, doctors don't do that.
No, I know, but he didn't tell me that I'm an idiot and that I have herpes.
Well, that sounds like a doctor.
Yeah, well, but I didn't have herpes. I don't have herpes.
Yeah.
I got scorpion PB.
Yes.
And it was the worst. It was terrible. It was like, it's like I had a third ball.
Right at the end.
Yeah, like just it would tap. It's just pain.
Yeah.
It's the worst. It was terrible. And so now Sin every once in a while, like Sin said that my name in their phone is just a scorpion emoji. And I'm like, fuck you. And
one time when I was a child,
a trifle wild.
My spirit would just run away with me.
So I was marry a man, but then I didn't.
I didn't. And the next day, got hit by a bus.
Fucking shit, man. Can you imagine?
So
Getting hit by a bus.
my parents' driveway, like, because they live.
Why do they park in the driveway? Drive in the parkway. I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
That joke's more funny in a place where they actually have parkways. We don't do that.
I'm pretty sure you own Monopoly.
We don't do that in Arizona. That's Park Place.
It's close. That's the driveway.
Well, so like they had very long driveway, gravel, because up in the
it was a courtroom
up in the area, up in the desert. So very long gravel driveway. So me and my sister used to like ride bikes and shit all around, like doing shit and everything. Well, we had this wagon, and I went through a phase of my childhood where when I was at home,
okay,
I like just didn't wear a shirt. Cause why would I?
I was a shirtless kid too.
I was a trifle wild. I was a small child who did not yet have society giving me, body image issues.
When my mom got remarried, it was very weird that they were a shirt-on family, like all the boys in that house.
Well, I was the only. I mean, like my dad usually wore one. I didn't have, a brother.
Oh, my dad, was divorced when I was 7, so he was a shirtless guy.
Fair. Yeah. So I don't know. So I just didn't usually wear a shirt because I was like, well, why bother? This is like summer break and stuff.
Yeah.
And at some point, we were like fucking around with this wagon, and my sister was like pulling me in the wagon, and we were going. Oh no, that was the other thing we used to do. So this was worse.
Tax evasion?
This was worse.
Worse than tax evasion?
Worse than tax evasion.
My God.
So sometimes when, like we didn't want to have to like pull the other person with the wagon. Yeah. But what you could do with the wagon, if you were going down the driveway, is you would pull the handle up and you would sit in it and you would go down the driveway and like you'd get going pretty fast and you could pull the handle to steer the wagon.
That's dangerous.
It was really fucking stupid, but we used to do it. And the two of us were in this wagon and I was shirtless and we were going and I was in the front and we hit a rock and so like pulled the handle too far and so then like it spun and like locked and so then the wagon just fully flipped.
Like a rock on a skateboard truck.
Yeah, just like And so my sister like fell out, and she was fine.
Scorpion
I fell
stung
out.
her on the penis.
Right. I fell out, and I was shirtless and fell like face first and just skidded down this gravel driveway. And I had the most like hellacious, like rug burn-esque, like
road rash
all over my chest. And I remember specifically, it was only over one nipple, not my left.
David Bowie.
Right, not my left, just my right. And it was so fucking uncomfortable, because then anytime you wear any shirt, it's like,
yeah, well, it's like a burn.
yeah,
it's like it hurts.
It's scraping. Mm-hmm. And yeah, and it was very uncomfortable, and I hated
Father, I must wear a half mesh shirt.
Yeah, I was like, I need to wear a crop top, but the other side, they cropped the top, and I'm just wearing like a cotton corset.
Yeah. That's just like a bando that you didn't pull up.
Right. Yeah. And that was very uncomfortable.
That's
but
just
yeah,
a tummy tea.
That was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm opposite poo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm only hiding the belly.
You're
titties fully out.
Ninny the piss.
If you will.
There's Winnie the Pooh and Ninny the piss.
Right. Minnie the piss.
Minnie the piss.
Flip the W.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with
Minnie Mouse.
The other Minnie.
Mini brands.
Micro.
Mm-hmm. Micro Mouse.
Micro ST. Yeah, so that was fun.
I love that.
Yeah. But my nipple's fine now.
That's good. I'm glad.
It has been for a long time.
Road rash is scary.
It hurts. It fucking hurts.
I have gotten it like eating shit, like on like either like rollerblades or like on my skateboard and stuff. I mean, that's how I broke my 8th birthday. I got a skateboard for my birthday. And I was so excited because I'm going to be the next Tony fucking Hawk. Mm-hmm. And it was in Concord in California. I don't know where I remember that.
Bad fur day.
Kind of, yeah. Which also now remembering the time that my dad's dog Ice got out and I went on this whole journey through the city.
Yeah, you've told that one.
Okay, I did tell that one. So I got my skateboard and like right outside the house was like part of the pavement had like excess, like it really felt like they just shoved some of the street asphalt under it. But I was like, this is a perfect ramp. It has been 25 minutes since I was given this skateboard for my birthday. And I end up like going and I'm like, and I can only really like pop an ollie, and even then it's hit or miss, and I still can't reliably do an ollie. Mm. But I like pop it, and I got some serious air, and I like landed, and I was like, oh, like it rocked me a bit, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want a Kool-Aid jammer.
Right.
So I just grabbed my skateboard. I grabbed my skateboard. No, it was my right arm. So I grabbed my skateboard with my left arm. I'm trying to think because I broke my right arm.
Right.
Turns out I landed on my arm and broke that fucker.
Work.
But I didn't know this yet.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I fell and I want juice. I want sippy.
Yeah.
So I go inside and like my dad was with this woman and we had 4 siblings essentially. So my sister and I, so there's like 6 kids in this house. One time I won hide and seek by hiding under the coffee table as like a crutch, and it worked. Either that or they just didn't want to find me.
It's a woodpecker.
I don't like that. Like, not that it's interrupting
us.
us.
Spirits that live outside my window.
It's we're on the second story.
On the second story. It's not a person.
This is the second story.
Taylor, get the third. You're second.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It's all the same.
Annoying bird.
Where's my gun?
I'm about to go hit the wall. Just to scare it.
Yeah, you should. Go grab bad juju. No.
Bad hoo-hoo?
Hung jur, right?
Bad hoo-hoo.
Bad hoo-hoo.
That would be a great gun to print.
That is a really good gun. That's a really good gun.
Okay, I'm going to hit the wall. Keep telling your story.
Mm-hmm. So I ended up like, I go inside and apparently like my sister sees me and starts screaming and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Right. And she like runs up to my, like my dad's like, I don't know, taking a shit or something upstairs. Right. And I guess my sister goes, oh my God, Stephen broke his arm. And he like is like, oh fuck, whatever. And they like give me some like frozen peas or whatever. But my arm from here to here was normal. From here to here, straight up like a 90-degree angle, and then the other part kind of like this. And I'm like, I got a little Squidward arm.
Uh-huh.
And my dad goes, 25 minutes? And I went, And then I went, ow. And that's when the pain hit.
Yeah.
Because, like, I was like, I just want to be cool, like the kids who wear O'Neill at school. You know?
Yeah.
Or Hurley.
Ooh, I was a Hurley kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hurley was sick. Yeah, you were a Hurley kid. That's why we weren't friends, because you were too cool.
By high school, I wasn't a Hurley kid, actually.
No, not at all.
I wore it in middle school, though.
It was a vibe.
I had a Hurley jacket that I loved.
I miss Volcrum.
That's my, oh, yeah. It was my favorite jacket, and it was red, and I bought it at Sam's Club.
Ooh.
And they had that exact same jacket in red and black. And in the moment, I was like, I want red. And so I asked my parents, like, can I have that? And they were like, oh, let's see. And it was like fairly cheap. So they were like, yeah, fine, whatever. So I got it, loved it, fell in love with the thing. Very quickly realized red does not match with everything. I should have got it in black. So I asked my parents, like, can I get it in black? And they were like, no, you have it in red, and like, you can just wait. You have a jacket now. That's fine.
And now you're like, it's almost midnight, and I'm at Nike.com.
And so then finally, like a while later, I was like, can I please get the jacket? And like,
can I please have a waffle?
Please have a waffle. And like, enough time had passed. They were like, okay, yeah, fine. Because like money was tight. They're not just gonna buy me the jacket in every fucking color. But like enough time had passed, and I convinced them. I was like, man, please
look at my grades. Look how good I've been doing.
Can I please have this jacket in black? And they were like,
I will
okay,
never
fine.
ask for another thing again.
Never. And I've never, quite frankly, I've never asked for anything before this.
I've demanded.
In fact,
and
I've
put in requisition forms.
And we went there, and shocker, it was not there anymore, and never found it. Never found it in black.
So you have a lost jacket.
I have a jacket I never got to have.
Like lost audio or like a lost video.
Yes.
Lost to time jacket. I have a similar one.
Yeah.
Oyster, when we were dating in high school, she it was one time we like did like Black Friday back when they used to do it like at midnight, you know, in the good old days of the mid 2000s. And we ended up, she bought me this sick ass Zoo York hoodie.
Work.
That was like a brighter red. And like that summer I went to my dad's in Stockton, California, and he goes, you can't wear that. And I was so sad. Yeah. I understand now.
Right.
As someone who has been jumped in Stockton. Yeah. I'm glad I was not wearing red. Yeah. It's a blue town, or at least blue side of town at the time. I don't know where the current lines have been reestablished, if at all.
That's Markiplier.
Marky Moo.
Maybe he'd know.
But like, I was like, oh fuck. And then there was this other jacket that I ended up getting also at PacSun, because like after that I was like, okay, I need one that like is not bright red.
Right.
And I found this like, it's that black and red like spackle kind of color, but it's like a dark, almost like a red maroon.
Okay.
A brighter maroon kind of color. And I fucking loved that Zoo York jacket so goddamn much.
Yeah.
It's gone. I have never found it since. And I'm just like, it was a thin zipper hoodie, which was also very much like in style.
Oh yeah.
But like the amount of times here in Arizona where
that's all you
very
need.
Thin zipper hoodie. Because like I really like the like, you know, for our matching tracksuits, the Old Navy jacket, but even that
four-way
one,
dynamic stretch fleece.
That one is a little
a little thick.
It's a little thick for a thin one.
Yeah.
For a thinny, you're a thickie.
Yes.
And that's what's up. We can do the intro, but
yo, hey, what's up? Welcome to the podcast.
It's your boys. Come up with a name for yourself.
Big Boy.
And Little Chonk. Back at it again with a new Hell Yeah podcast. Episode 50.
50.
We're talking about dicks.
Half a century of hype.
Ooh.
It's not quite
Wait
true.
until the beat drops.
Beat drops.
Bow, wow. Thank you.
Yeah.
I went to McDonald's near Walmart.
McNaldo's.
Well, I decided not to go.
You'll like.
Yeah. But I saw a building that was on the corner
Yes.
in that shopping center. It's the
Yes.
corner building with with all that stuff, and it's
Yes.
for sale, like
Yes.
for lease. And my thought was, we need to bring it back.
Headquarters.
No,
We're expanding.
we haven't even expanded all
As a
of this
matter of fact,
room.
we're hiring No.
Stop! We don't have the budget. Rudy's pit.
Not affiliated.
Rudy's been not that Rudy, but like Rudy's been currently legally indisposed at the moment, and he said that we got to manage ourselves for a bit, boys. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, you got
He
it,
won't
G.
like what he comes back to.
I don't think he's coming back.
Well, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed for Rudy. Prayers for Rudy.
Prayers that he gets put away.
Yeah, not that Rudy.
Well, but either Rudy.
Any Rudy, honestly.
If your name's Rudy.
Yeah. If you're Rudy, Tootie. As in Toodles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what were you going to say?
There used to be a Blockbuster there. When we were kids, and I'm like, they should bring it back, man. I know it's all digital. I know it's all digital now, and like digital streaming and everything. I totally get it.
Fill
and
it with kiosks.
I do not want VHS, but like Redbox is still a thing.
Yeah.
People still use Redbox, and I'm like, they just do DVDs and shit. Like,
yeah,
because it's more of like
Redbox works because Redbox is in places
Redbox
where you're there for some.
Blockbuster doesn't.
Listen, Sony does what Nintendo. Actually, that's Sega, not Sony.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sony can suck a weenie.
I just
Bring back the Dreamcast. I never had a Sega.
no, I didn't. I played on one.
I never even played on one.
I want to say that I played Kingdom Hearts 1 at one point on a Sega Genesis, although I don't know if that's possible.
I don't know that was possible.
Maybe it was just the Aladdin game. I have no idea.
Did you ever play on a Jaguar?
I don't think so. No, but I rode on the back of a Jaguar during freshman homecoming when I was homecoming prince.
Cool.
I guess. I don't know why. It was as much of a shock to me as it was
to the Jaguar.
As it was to the Jaguar that like I was elected, and I'm like, why? And my only thing that I could think of was, I guess all the band kids just voted for me because like I was like apparently cool as a band.
Miscongeniality.
It is coming to my attention as I start to think about prior times in my life that like maybe I've been cool all along to the nerds, because I've always been like, no, like I'm just like a nerd ass, like don't talk to me.
Right.
And like, I'm like, why? If I was popular, why did no one tell me? I could have developed much like worse personality traits.
The real popularity was the votes you accrued along the way.
I didn't ask for any. I didn't even know I was running.
Well,
it was like I was voluntold. Here you go. It was a time. But yeah, I miss the experience, and I'm not just talking like nostalgia, which I guess it is. But
I
like,
never went to a Blockbuster.
it was always like a cool time. My uncle worked at one when I was like over the summer in California. He worked at like one of the last ones, but like it was sick as fuck. Like,
yeah,
just like going and like you could go look at games and you could just like rent the games, which they're like, you have GameFly, you could do it all from there. But I'm like, it's the same reason why I fucking love going to the used bookstore Zia to get manga.
Yeah.
Is because it's like I have a rough idea of what I would want to get. I'm not going to ask them to order it for me or to put it on hold. I'm not going to buy it online. I just want to go in and see what's new. Like, what do they have? What's been traded in? I was at Walmart today for my compression sleeve, which I now realize was pointless. Say lavy, but I got the hair. We're fine. I'm ready. I'm 1-on-1 ready for my 3-on-1 with my boss, my pseudo boss, and Matthew. He's there. So that's fine.
David Jr. Tingle, Ankle, Knuckle, and David Jr.
My favorite Sonic character.
Yeah.
David Jr.
David Jr.
I watched the Sonic movie this weekend. It was good. I actually really liked it. It was very fun. And Jim Carrey is out of control, but like at first I wasn't sold on him. And then by the end I'm like, he's Eggman.
I don't really like Jim Carrey as an actor very much, like, which is in no way a disparagement of his talent. Like, he's just not really my style. But like, yeah,
it's very much of like playing I'm the world's smartest guy and I know it and everyone else is a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But also like I'm a goob. Like surprisingly very good. Like I didn't have. It's not that I didn't have like high hopes. Like I've heard it was good. I've heard from a lot of people it was good.
I had high hopes.
I liked it. Yeah, exactly. You know, you understand. You understand. And so I don't even remember what the fuck. But yeah, when I was at Walmart, I was like, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna kind of kill time a little bit because like I don't want to go drive back to my house and then come back up here because I had to check the post office because I didn't want to like you were busy working on stuff with your dad. So I'm like, okay, let's go, speed run. But now let's slowly walk through Walmart and like see what's up. And they fucking have manga there. And I'm like, Walmart's selling manga. And it's like new manga. And I'm like, that's fucking crazy. And it was cheap. It was like $7.
My birthday's the same day I was born.
Dude, Walmart out here selling manga at a loss. They don't understand. Take advantage. Yo, fuck Walmart. And fuck Tadpole Jackson. And that's why I'm not allowed to talk about Soul Eater. But we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's new?
Yeah. I installed my ovens with the help of my father. And they look great. And I'm happy about it.
Yeah. What are you going to do with the hole above?
Plug it.
What do you do with the microwave?
It's going in the hole above.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you have to cut more?
Yeah.
And kind of basically make those, get new doors and all that?
Well, we have to cut the doors shorter and splice them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Splice. There was a season for that. Destiny.
I thought it was going to be about the Siva, and it wasn't.
Hey, it's coming up.
But it was about Vaporwave, and it looked cool.
Wait, what?
Like, Season of the Spicer, it looked cool. It was all Vaporwave.
Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah.
But you know what would have been cooler? Fucking Siva.
Siva, bring it back.
They're never bringing it back. Listen,
I mean,
hard to accept Destiny truths. Siva is just a cosmetic from here on out.
I mean, wasn't it locked away, but then it came back out? How did we put it back?
We never actually put it back.
We didn't. We just killed Atrax.
We did. We blew up the Siva production facility, but then they were like, lol JK, there's still lots of Siva around.
And also, wasn't Siva
and
like...
also it's still making it elsewhere.
Yeah, doesn't it make itself?
Yeah.
Cool.
But don't worry, we blew up the replication chamber, guys.
Yeah, so you can't mass produce it and like splice it into your body like the Elixir were doing.
Thank you. Well, maybe those ones we could call Fallen.
Hey guys, we got new enemies.
But they're not ready for that conversation.
Okay, can we talk about how the Taken are the best race in Destiny?
I would like to leave.
They really said, we're tired of designing. Like, we're tired of making like outfits and stuff for them, so we're just going to make them like a loading screen. Yeah. I like it, though. I like it. It gets me. Why don't we get RGB enemies?
I like the Taken conceptually. I don't like fighting them, but that's not because they're poorly designed. It's because they are exactly what they, like, story-wise are supposed to be, which is he takes whatever their weakness is
and makes it a strength.
Or gives which makes them really fucking annoying. It's like,
you don't try to snipe a Scion?
You don't like a sniper? Mm-hmm. They're going to be able to make a bubble shield around themselves. It's like, great. That's really cool, man.
You know who's always bringing the beats? Taken captains just shooting their... Which I'm like, what were fallen captains already missing?
Do you think phalanxes are too defensive? Don't worry. We'll give them a push attack that has a pretty solid distance.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, you know how it takes enough bullets that you have to just about reload by the time you pop that shield? Good thing your reload takes just the amount of time it takes for him to pop it back up. Flop.
Don't worry. The Scions will reproduce.
I hope so.
Which was kind of hot. But
I'm kind of sad that we didn't, like... You remember Kargan?
No.
The Sony exclusive Inverted Spire boss? Wait.
No,
not Inverted Spire. You know which one I'm talking about.
Yes.
It was that special one.
Yes.
Where it's the gigantic fucking Scion. And I'm like, I want to clap his giant Scion cheeks.
What was that? Like the probability engine or something? That's not it, but it was something like that. Because it was a whole like oxide.
Inverted Spire is the one with the big drill.
With the big Vexy boy at the end who falls through 3 floors.
Really? I only ever do 2. He gets nuked too much.
He used to be 3 and then like...
Back in the day,
But don't worry, strikes are still great.
Strikes are easy. Although you really want to have fun with strikes. I tried taking Steph Nation through the Corrupted Nightfall on a normal difficulty. Mm-hmm. It took us an hour and a half.
It's a hateful strike.
And I'm like, guys, I now understand. I now realize I'm like, none of us are kitted out. I didn't even have like the solar perk on the thing, so that classy restoration and shit. It's like these builds work, but by the way, there's a cornerstone that's like the last thing you get. And it's like, could you have put that first?
Maybe you could have led with that.
I can't stay alive. I got no ammo. But we survived, and we became stronger as a nation because of it. So that was cool.
I have something to say.
Yeah, what's up? What's going on?
I mean, it's nothing that like cool, but like, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna come out and say it.
Yeah,
I was like, I want to play some Mario Kart. I was like, I want to play some fucking Mario Kart.
Sometimes you got.
But I was like, I need a reason to play Mario Kart. Like, I can't just be wilding out at 150cc forever. Like, for what? For who? I already have 3 stars and all the cups. I have for years.
Do you have
Literally
all the
years.
unlockable items?
Yes.
Have you played so that all the new goes away? That's the real challenge.
No, because that would just be sad. But yeah, like I have
You
everything.
need friends. You need 4 people.
For the
to play.
longest time, the only thing I didn't have was the gold glider. I have it. I have everything. I have every coupon Bath and Body Works has.
Mhm.
Got about 10 of them. You got anything else? No. So I was like,
Maps.
So I was like, okay. The only thing I haven't done is I don't have 3 stars, on every cup on 200cc because I have historically hated 200cc.
Don't you? In my experience, you need to have the little bitch dongle on.
No.
No.
You just have to build differently. So like you cannot.
I never even understood the builds.
You
in that
cannot
game
use the same build that you would use
for 150
on even 150, because like on 150 you can just care about speed and that's enough. That does not work on 200cc. You don't need speed. You need acceleration. You need mini boosts, and you need handling.
maxed out
Yes.
as much as you can.
And your speed needs to be good, but that's not the big issue. You need to because you need to be able to corner, and you need to be able to corner well and come out of it with a boost.
It's going fast enough that like your speed is like you're going so fast. There's no time to hit top speed.
Right, speed's not. Yeah, speed's
Because
not.
you're already at it.
Yeah, it's not that speed's not the issue. So you have to build differently. So I have like a 200cc build, and so I was like, it's just time. It's time to clean up. Clean it up.
Yeah,
Get it done.
Yeah,
Get it
Knock
out
it
of
out.
here. And I did
line it up.
And
home.
I'm just gonna say it. I fucking tore it up.
TOUR it up.
Indeed, I tore that shit up. People couldn't tell me shit. I did it. I did the damn thing. But
You know how much you paid for it? Grand Prix.
But I'm just saying that there is one cup.
Is it?
Can you hear me? There's one cup.
It's the one with the train.
The one with the train.
I don't.
The new one.
There's a lot of them with trains. What cup is it? I'm not going to sit here and try to remember the cups. Is it the Yoshi egg cup?
No, it's the special cup, which is the crown.
Mm-hmm.
It has some of the worst maps that
Is
exist.
Baby Park in that one?
No, I should be so lucky.
Who's in that one?
It's got dry desert. Nope. Or whatever, like the...
Cheeseland? No.
No, it
Cheeseland's
doesn't
with
have
Barbie
Cheeseland.
Park.
What's the worst thing about it is the last race is fucking Rainbow Road, but it's the Rainbow Road that was new for Mario Kart 8, where it's the space station.
Mm-hmm.
That is the worst map.
Is that the one that has the
worst
train in the sky and shit?
map. No, that's the good one. That's the one from N64.
That's the one that I meant. I was like, the train one.
No, that one's good. This is the space station one. That's
Where it's a sprint, right?
dog shit. No, it's not. The train one
Oh.
is. The train one's a sprint.
That's the only...
You've got the good
that's
one
the
on
Rainbow
your
Road.
mind.
I got Rainbow Road on the mind.
The Rainbow Road that's a space station can suck a fucking weenie. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad.
You say it. Speak
it's
it.
bad.
Speak your truth.
It's
Yeah.
bad.
Hot take.
It's fucking bad. It's the worst map in that entire game.
Worse than Cheeseland?
Yes. I would rather do Cheeseland any day. That Rainbow Road is the worst map in the entire game, and I don't want to hear anyone say differently because they're wrong, quite frankly.
I mean, what if someone said Baby Park sucks?
Well, then they're wrong.
But that Rainbow Road is great.
Then they can leave.
You're right.
Then they can go play those because it's
And not on my console.
not on my console. It's rotted. It's bad. It's the worst fucking map.
Yeah.
But I did it.
Fuck yeah.
I fucking did it, and I hated every second of it. I fucking hated it. It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
I feel strongly about this. I don't like that.
I wish I had played Mario Kart this weekend so I could have like a bit more. I don't like Cheese Land.
Cheese Land is shit.
I don't like any ice levels either.
Oh, I like some of them. I don't
like Bowser's Castle.
I was watching a video it was this guy who was doing a tier list of all of the new DLC maps.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized very quickly that he and I fundamentally disagree on something.
You guys are playing different games.
We're on different wavelengths because like he booted up like the newest DLC and like the second map, that SNES one that's like it's fully flat and like it's just like primary colors and stuff. We played it when we were over at Josh's.
Yeah, we did it
once.
So I still need to get the maps.
I really liked it. Like graphically, it's nothing amazing, but like I just like the pathing of the map. It's just fun to do.
You also you were on the leaderboard for the Rainbow Road NES one, right?
SNES.
Or SNES one.
The SNES Rainbow Road. I was
You're like 19th, right?
25th.
Oh yeah.
At one point, I held the 25th world record, very briefly.
On the Wii U.
On the Wii U.
Yeah, on like the Wii U leaderboards,
yes.
like not like Speed Demo
not
Archives
actual like the in-game ones.
And weren't you the only one that wasn't like using like the heavy Bluebird strat?
I was the fastest person who wasn't using like the Dry Bowser or
Donkey Kong
or Wario.
Oh, Wario.
The Dry Bowser or Wario like bounce technique.
In the Blue Falcon?
I think they were on motorcycles at the time.
Really?
Yeah. The meta has shifted since. This was like when it like first started.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was the fastest person I was the fastest without doing like the bump it stuff, which still only got me up to 25.
It's still impressive though.
But it was impressive and like it's long gone. I'm I'm
lost to the annals of history.
Indeed. I'm nowhere on there, but yeah. I finally had to like stop watching his video because like I was like, we're just not going to agree on these things.
Like your tier list is wrong.
And I need him to stop talking because I don't agree. And we're not going to agree.
What was his complaint with it?
That it was like graphically boring and that, like the map was like not fun to do. And I'm like, maybe you just do it bad.
I mean, it's a map from the SNES. Like the other SNES maps
well, that was the other thing too. He was like, why did we have to bring this one back? Like it's boring. I was like, it's fun. Sometimes it's not about good. Like, I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't need to be like completely retooled.
Baby Park could have none of the accoutrement to it, and it is literally the most simplest design, but it's the only map that has 7 fucking laps.
Right.
And that you could legitimately be in like 5th the whole time and still win. You could be in 1st the whole time and get 12th.
Yes.
It's chaos and I love it.
Well, it's like, and I love Excitebike. Excitebike is very simple. I'm sure he hates that one too.
Yeah.
And I don't care because I like it. Like, I'm not when it comes to Smash Brothers, I'm not like a purist of like, if it's not on Final Destination with no items and everyone playing Fox, you're not playing. But there is something to be said for like, I love a gimmicky map in Mario Kart, but sometimes it's nice to just have like, it's just about the race this time.
Yeah.
And
I like sprints.
I love sprints. Anyway.
Like Wario Mountain's a good one.
Wario Mountain is
the beginning of Wario Mountain is not good. I don't like ice.
But it gets good. It gets good.
You know what map? There's 2 maps in particular. Both of them, I believe, are the deluxe maps, if I recall correctly. But the Legend of Zelda map is really good.
That one's good.
It's very fun with all the rupees.
Yes. Although I hate the last 3 turns of that one.
Oh.
I just like only because like I've been doing them on 200cc where it's really hard to turn tight. So like it's just been like dog shit on like 150. It's great.
Well, like cool. And that's why like I think like the Animal Crossing map is also a really just solid map. Yeah, like it's not like A rank. It's not like S rank.
No.
But it's not like it's above C rank. Like I would honestly put it like an A or
upper
B.
B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
B, like high B, low A. Like it is a good map.
It's good.
It gives everything you need.
Yeah.
No shenanigans.
None.
I hate all the desert maps.
Yeah, they're all shit.
I hate anything that's underwater.
I don't fucks with underwater. Give me snow any day over fucking underwater. Also, learned a fun fact. Both of the F-Zero maps, they use the underwater physics, even though they're not underwater.
Oh, because it's all hover?
because it makes you like float like longer and stuff because it's like trying to make it feel more like F-Zero. So they actually use underwater physics even though you're not underwater.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
But where's the water?
There isn't any. But you're under it.
You can't do it.
You're all under it.
You ever just look up and see the water?
And I learned that because in the new DLC, do you remember it was literally the last map that like
We played.
Yeah, it's the one that's like candy and like ice cream and stuff.
Yeah, it was very silly.
Yeah.
And didn't we already have a candy one?
Yeah. That one, that's the first like new map they've made.
Like we played it, but I have no memory of them really.
Memorable. It also is the only map other than the F-Zero maps that uses underwater physics the whole time, which is why you like float like so far.
That's fascinating.
Yeah. Anyway, I fundamentally disagreed with that guy on many levels.
As you fucking
And I want to
should.
make like a tier list that's like, here's the real one.
You should.
I don't even remember what his name is. Like, if video responses were still a thing, I'd be like, listen, I got beef with whatever his name.
Do it on your channel too. Like, it is 100% like it is not like related to any of your other content. And it's
not
just
ASMR. It's just, hey guys, welcome to my Mario Kart 8 tier list. I thought about doing it. It's more like soft spoken.
What if you did do it as an ASMR video where it's
about
like,
it.
you know, ASMR, your favorite ASMR artist, like bashes a guy with wrong opinions on Mario Kart, and people are like, wait, what the fuck? And it's just you, like, I swear to fucking God.
Just trying to start a fight with this guy. I would
like, and you're getting like really angry, but you're still
but
trying.
I'm still speaking like quietly.
Yeah.
Cheeseland can fucking suck dick. It can
More
suck
like Dick Cheeseland.
dick. Cheeseland is bad, especially on 200cc. It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not good.
I wish that you could make your own Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Like a custom cup.
Yeah.
And you could just pick your maps that you want to do because, like,
You kind of can.
if you just,
We just never do it.
I mean, you can if you just do single race.
Well, no, you can set up like 4 races and like choose before each race. We just never do that.
Oh, we just
We
do
just
the
pick a cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everyone has a map that you like in it. TikTok Clock is a fun map.
That's a good map.
I really like that map.
A tier.
I don't like. Is it the Luigi's Mansion map that has like the multiple levels in it? I hate
There's
Bowser's Castle map, and I think it is the Luigi's Mansion map. I hate that map too.
Yeah, it's not great. C tier.
It's like you can't really tell where it's gonna go. Like as someone who like I've only had to play it
Yeah.
on like 50cc, 100cc, 150cc a couple times. That's it.
I like it aesthetically because like I love Luigi's Mansion, but like the map itself is just like, there's a long underwater section that then immediately turns into a flying section. I was like,
Yeah, too much variation. It's cool. I mean, like I get it. You know what I like? I like Delfino Airport.
That was fun.
That one's fun.
That was
It's just
fun.
a solid little jaunt.
Little John.
Yeah, a little jaunt.
That
That's
was
it.
not bad.
Yeah, like it's a solid high C low B.
Yeah, I'd give it B tier.
It is.
It's a
It
good
is a
one.
normal map.
Yeah, that one's not bad. I'm never mad when that one
Moo Moo
comes up.
Meadows.
That one can go.
It's just boring.
It's just boring.
Dumb.
It's not good. Fuck those cows.
Yeah.
Fuck those cows.
Fuck them. I hate the one with the train and the bat caves.
I love Wario's Gold Mine.
I'm not a fan of Wario's Gold
I
Mine.
love that one. I love that one.
I do like Wario Stadium.
There's
though.
some really. Oh, I hate that one. You like that one?
Really
Competing tier lists.
Wario, who I fought people on tier lists before. There is, if you go on my YouTube channel, which is
There's the pizza
a
one,
fever
right?
dream.
With Macron.
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 My pizza tier list.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make a fucking tier list.
Fucking do it. And put it on like
I'll-
included ASMR.
I'll pretend it's ASMR.
Include it's instead of
Of course.
Yeah. So I wrote. I got a crown.
Woo!
In Fall Guys, and like, I mean, I realized that I'm doing it to myself. I'm like, but we can put an asterisk on it because it was in the Sonic one, and it's like, you still did it. It doesn't
still
matter
did
what
it.
the activity is. But I only because I was like trying to do all the challenges to get all the little things. I got everything I needed
Hell yeah.
in 3 games.
Hell yeah.
The 3rd game, I actually fucking won the crown, and I went,
G fucking G.
I'm fast.
Gotta go.
I am the speed. But that one's like, I don't know if you ended up playing.
I've never tried it.
I think it might
probably
still be
gone.
there. I don't know if it's still there, but it was
I didn't try
genuinely. It was this. It's one map, like it's the same. It's the same thing every time, and it's like there's just a bunch of like Sonic rings that spawn, and basically like my strategy, which was pretty I could typically get to the third round every time, because it's like the first round you have to get 20, then you have to get 35, and then the winner is the first one to get 50. And there's like multiple levels, and like you're on like you can go through the boosty gates and stuff, and a lot of like jumping and kind of just like being smart. And like one thing is like if you notice that like people are in front of you getting your coins if you're in your little loop.
Oh, honey,
you know what you do, and people never do. So I'm like, you rotate, go the opposite direction, because now like because it like you'll be running and like you'll see like as you're passing like those 3 spawned, and you're just like, fuck, god damn it. But it's too late. It's already you got bogeys on your tail. But
they're on my 6.
It was really cool.
Hell yeah, GG.
But I have a couple of Soul Eater opinions I'd like to share. And I think that you might agree with them because you've never seen.
They will mean very little to me, so I will probably defer to your judgment on this.
So, Soul Eater is a very cute little anime.
Okay.
It's a manga. They just started releasing the perfect editions, which the art looks bad on the covers, so it's very funny to me.
Perfect.
Sorry, there's a lot of slander, a lot of heat that I'm going to get.
But some libel. Technically, it's libel.
Soul Eater is a show about people who can turn into weapons.
Okay.
And the people who wield them are called, so there's weapons and then meisters. And so, like a master. And so, like the main.
It just makes me think of
there's 3 sets of these kids. They all are at, Death's Weapon Meister Academy, where Death, like, there's, if weapons or whatever, if they get 99 souls and then a witch soul, they can become a death scythe, like a death weapon, like one of his, like that is your goal essentially at this school, is to become the best. And what happens is a weapon person and a weapon, they can switch forms. They will eat the soul.
Okay.
And so that makes sense, right? Soul Eater.
Right.
So first of all, Maka's dad, a terrible character, except he sims for Medusa, Gorgon, who is hot. And there's a lot of feet in this show.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
His name is just Scythe.
Keep it simple.
And he's divorced and a fucking terrible person.
Okay.
But he's got good taste. Maka is the main girl. She's cute, adorable. We love her.
Yeah.
Her partner and is these 2 are the main characters. Maka and Soul is the name of her scythe. And he's a dude. He's like a little punky dude.
Yeah.
His name is Soul Eater.
Oh.
I feel like you're starting to pick up what I'm putting down here.
Yeah.
They really said his name is John Soul Eater from Soul Eater. Except that, like, so all the other weapons also eat souls.
Right.
But none of them are.
They're not named.
He's the only one who's named Soul Eater.
I mean, with a name like that.
Exactly. Like,
you know what you're going to be.
Like, it makes no sense. Like, and I was.
Is that some sort of a translation problem?
No. That's it. Like, I kind of like gave some shit. I was like, it really feels like this was like a 14-year-old's version of like, I'm going to make my own manga.
Right.
That being said, it is very good. Like, I genuinely have loved it. It's very fun. It's very, like, very, very silly and goofy, but also, like, the battles, like, the actual fights are, like, sick as fuck because, like, they are trying to kill a witch. The first episode, they try to kill a witch who's this, like, really hot little, like, pumpkin witch. And it's like, oh, yeah, actually, I'm not a witch. I don't know why you were, like, trying to kill me. Because they, like, broke into her while she was bad. Well, she was, like, naked in the bath. And, like, Soul breaks in. And it's like, no, she's actually a magical cat who just can turn into a woman.
Where does the pumpkin come into play?
All of her spells are pumpkin-based. But, like...
Intuitive.
But she's not a witch. She's a magical cat.
Well, you understand.
Yeah, and so then they get in trouble for the mix-up, and they lose all 99 of their souls, and that's where the show picks up, that they're all doing that. But this is Soul Eater.
Okay.
It screams the edge.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot. Like, there's Blair, who's, like, the hot...
St. Clair.
Mm-hmm, Blair St. Clair. Literally, like, they're all tropey and whatnot, but, like, I just... Sometimes, like... The stuff is really just like on the nose. Mm-hmm. Not that the noses are drawn well. And
these are drawn at all? I mean, it's classic anime.
When they do stuff from the side, it like looks really weird. And every time that I've mentioned anything in VC, like 3 people will go, "Shut up! You're not allowed to talk. You're not allowed to criticize about it." And I'm like,
That's not how opinions work.
I love this. I think it's great. I would like to own the manga.
Right.
But also, I am going to criticize the crap out of it because it's
Nothing
ridiculous.
is above criticism.
Soul Eater is Soul Eater.
Cheeseland is bad.
You understand.
Come on.
You know.
You can love something and still acknowledge the problems.
Taco Cat backwards is Taco Cat.
Okay.
It's the same energy. Palindrome.
So is Hannah.
Has poop shits.
Massachusetts.
But like, it's real good. There's this character Krona who's like looks very feminine, but is like they use he pronouns, but I guess in the manga it's they. So it's like very non-binary energy.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. All of that to say, it just gets me that the main, like, it's called Soul Eater, so it's about him. They eat souls. That is their big function. They kill the shit.
Yeah.
And they eat the soul to get stronger.
Yes.
And then he is also named Soul Eater. Like, his name is his function. And that's so stupid to me.
He's John Halo.
He's John Halo. He's John Dark Souls.
Yeah.
He's John Soul Eater.
Yeah.
So anyway, now we're in the part of the arc. We're about halfway through the show at this point. And like Medusa Gorgon, Best Squirrel, is like a super evil witch who, like, you know from the get-go, but she's got like snake tattoos. She's got like 1,000 snakes in her body.
Uh-huh.
And like witches are powerful as fuck. And then like we're at the point where like she has met these other witches, and one of them is Erica Frog, who's like a frog witch.
Okay.
And she's really cute because she's got her little like circles on her mouth.
Uh-huh.
And we just got to a part where they're like trying to stop the kids from doing shit. Oh yeah, and one of their teachers is Frankenstein. Do you understand? I feel like you understand where a lot of my, it really feels like
a child.
But I love it because it's like, and a lot of the people who are bitching at me, they read it when they were like 14, or they watched it when they were like 14, 15. So I'm like, look, I'm all for it. I'm all for that. But like, you can't just not address it.
Yeah.
John Soul Eater.
Yeah.
And then like the frog girl, and then like at one point like this dude's like, I need to stop them. So like, and she's got like all of her little frogs, and she has this giant tadpole, which just looks like a recolored sperm. I'll be honest. Sperm and tadpoles, same thing.
Prove me wrong.
But it's giant. Like it's like this big, like this.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, I might need to borrow your tadpole. And she goes, what do you need Tadpole Jackson for? And I'm like, Tadpole Jackson. And my first thought was, and it is, we're just watching, it's completely quiet in VC, and like there's like 2 people that are unmuted, and I'm one of them. I just go, fuck Tadpole Jackson. All my homies hate Tadpole Jackson. 5 people come off mute to start going, shut up, Odie. No, you do not talk bad about Tadpole Jackson.
All my homies.
And I'm just like, how the fuck? We're just going to, this one thing now has a name.
Tadpole Jackson.
And then, this is the last thing I'll talk about after this, because then it's over. There's the other, like, witch of these 3 witches, because, like, Medusa's, like, the bad witch. Well, because she's, spoilers for a show that's been out forever. Like, because it's from the get-go, you know she's evil. Like, the kids just don't. But she is also the nurse at the Death Academy. Oh. So she's, like, you know, in the most dangerous position to be in. And, like, doing her experiments and shit. Like, she's Krona's mother and is shitty. But all that good stuff. But she's hot, and I would suck the crud out of her. I would, like, hoover up the crud from her fingernails if there was an opportunity. It's a real thing I said. But also, she's hot. Human touch is something that escapes me. And I'm allergic to grass.
Maybe there's a reason when you say things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I hoover it. Oh, I'm aware.
Maybe that's why the human touch isn't coming, is because you say things like that out loud.
But no matter how much touching I'm doing, it just ain't coming.
Maybe we keep some of these thoughts inside.
Plug and play. Okay, so long story short, this last chick, I don't even remember what her fucking name is, but it's apparently this because like also anyone who casts spells, all the witches that cast spells, they just say like pumpkin, 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 or whatever, some amalgamation like snake, snake, hiss, hiss, whatever, or like the frog will be like croak, croak, froggy, frog, wolf, wolf, wolves howl, whatever. And I'm like, this is a very odd spell casting where you're just saying animal names. But then there's the mouse girl, who's apparently like a bunch of sisters, and they're all really small, and they all go chee 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 chee, and they like fly around and shit. But all the sisters can combine
to make a rat king,
to make one hot sister, who is like one being. And I went, is she hot, or is it just 7 rat girls in a trench coat? And it was both.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, she had a midriff and like head empty. And I was like, I can forget that she's rats. Rat people. Rat king.
Rat king.
I can't believe that Taylor didn't believe me that it was real. She really thought we were trying to pull one over on her.
I mean, it doesn't seem real.
No, it doesn't.
In fairness, it really doesn't seem real until you look it up.
But like I don't even think I'd come up with something that dumb. Like, it's purely a like, I can't believe this is real. I need someone else to see this.
Right, I need this to be.
And it is. It happens.
Yeah.
They gain the consciousness. The brain is in the tail. Yeah. So that's kind of it for me today, actually.
Okay.
I had a story from. We actually got to play D&D because Gabe finished basic training, and so we had everyone came over to my house, and since I had all the tech equipment, which I felt like you, and people were like,
"It's a good feeling."
They were like, "Steve, you're so fucking cool." I'm like, "It's just a laptop and the camera on a tripod. It's not." I understand now. There's a much because I used to be like them, and I'm like, well, I guess like I just happen to have the stuff, so it worked out well. We get video and everything.
Yeah.
But I had an experience buying a magic mirror in this game that I could do in about 3 minutes if we have time. And it's relatively entertaining. Okay, cool. I'm just vibe. Rudy's looking at me, telecalling.
I keep getting Zoom call me.
Going, the FBI is outside my door.
You need to wrap it up, boys.
Ooh, yeah, a little spicy. Another Brandon Schwab reference you won't get.
Icy, spicy for you.
I'm not going to give any context to any of it because none of that ever matters.
Yep.
My D&D group, I'm just going to use everyone's names. We show up to this town that's on the way to a place that we're going to go. We're going to go talk to the dwarves to try to get an army. Long story. And we want to give them a bunch of ale. And so we're like, Mike is like, I need to get a portable hole. Is there anyone in this town that sells magical items? Because it's a low magic setting.
Right.
And the answer is, well, not really, aside from like maybe some potions, like regular basic ass potions, and they're going to be expensive. But if you go to the chapel, like to the big chapel, church, whatever, like they sometimes have a collection of items that they'd be willing to for donations. Side note, when we first got to this town, we went to this chapel to ask questions, and Gabe and Mike got in this bidding war of donating money to get their name chiseled on bricks and stuff in it. And then I went in there and was like, I'm going to drop more money than either of them spent, and like ended up in Mike's old character's name who died. And so like Mike's new character has this little brick. Gabe has like a bigger brick, and then I have the whole arch under a different name, under Ambrose. It was a vibe. Anyway, we're like, we need magic items. Like, what do you got? And he goes, I do have some things. And Lauren's making us roll. Mike happens to roll the right chart, and a D100, he rolls a 1, and the 1 was the portable hole. And he's like, we didn't even have to flub it. We just did it. It felt very good. You know, like when you get, there was one time when I died as goat Or, and I'm like, I want to be human. And I'm like, I'm going to roll a 46. And I rolled a 46. And I'm like, this is cool. This is very, very cool. Or I rolled within the variance that I needed.
Yes.
And he buys a magical or portable hole from him. Very useful to put all the casks of ale in to take to the dwarves. And I'm like, hey, so like, I see your items that you have. I don't like any of these. Now, as a premium spender, since I paid for the big arch, and they're like, wait, you did? And I'm like,
Get it into the VIP.
And I'm like, he goes, well, I do have a platinum lounge for our big spenders. And like, he's like, yes.
At a chapel.
Yeah, at a church, like at a big cathedral, whatever. And we're like, okay, cool. So I get to go in there by myself with him. And he goes, yes, we have a variety of items. He goes, and this right here is our mirror of soul trapping. And I'm like, because that's what I rolled. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
And he's like, okay, so it's a magical mirror, and you have to hang it up somewhere. You have to have it on a vertical surface. If you say the command word, I could like trap you in the mirror.
Hot.
If you're within like, if you weren't the one who said the passphrase,
right?
You're within 5 feet of the mirror. You get sucked into the mirror where there's like 12 dimensional cells.
Okay.
Where it's like it's its own dimension.
Okay.
And you don't need to like eat, sleep, drink, breathe, anything like that. You just exist.
Okay.
And it's like, 1, Pokemon.
Right.
You know. 2, holy fuck, this could be kind of cool. And my brain went, well, how am I going to carry it? My character has 6 strength because I rolled real bad on my strength, but I use like my emotion shit. It's a whole thing. And I'm like, what I'll do is I'll just get like some straps and another piece of wood and I'll just wear it over me because then it'll count as being hung up. And I could just go boom shakalaka and like trap people in my mirror.
Okay.
This is all going on in my head.
Right.
And I go, all right, well, like I have some money because like all of my money up to this point was spent on like ferrets. Because I'd like crack them I'd crack them and drink them for blood back when I was a vampire. But then I got cured of my vampirism thanks to the avatars because I'm special, but also not really. I was just the first one to actually like get that far. I'm not actually special regardless. We're doing all of this and we're like, boop, 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 boop. I'm like, okay, cool.
Bip, bip, bop.
Bip, bip, bop. I'm like, all right. And then he goes, I'm like, how much for it? He goes, well, based on the rarity and everything for it. He goes, it'd be about 5,000 gold. And I went, uh-huh. And he goes, now I will mention that currently in the mirror, there are 3 of the children because, and I went, excuse me?
What? What was that?
This is an important part of the story here. I go, what? And he goes, well, you know, sometimes when some of the youth, the troubled youth, the orphanage and whatnot, like are acting up, we'll just put them in timeout for like 30 minutes. And I'm like, does it feel like 30 minutes of them? He goes, I don't know, but they never make that mistake again. And I'm like, there are kids in this meeting.
Children.
Like, this is a problem. Like, I am not a good person, but like,
this is,
you're keeping, like, you shouldn't be doing this.
Right.
Like, Matilda was a whole movie about this.
Maybe we don't trap children in the mirror.
Mm-hmm. And like, this wasn't like Lauren like being weird or anything in particular. Like, it 100% made sense. Like,
yeah.
Like, that's absolutely what they would use it for. It's like a weird, and like, he didn't think of this beforehand because it's just what I rolled.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, well, that's too much money. I'm like, I'll give you 500 gold for it. And he goes, if you can pick it up off the wall and take it out of this room, I will sell it to you for 500 gold. Because it's a 50-pound mirror, which we then had to break out the encumbrance rules because my strength score is so low that I can only carry 80 pounds, including whatever I'm wearing. So we finally, for the first time in my D&D career of like 6 years, we're sitting there doing the math of like,
running the numbers.
And I'm like, I cannot comfortably do this. Yeah. And so I was like, would it be all right if I went out of the Platinum Lounge for just a moment and asked my cohort, Mike's character, for the portable hole? Because I'm like, I'll put it in the hole and then I can just roll it up and take it with me. And like, because he's like, yeah, that'd be fine. I'm like, cool, no worries. I go, Mike, I need your hole. He goes, okay. Gives me the hole.
If I had $1.
Exactly. And I like go back in the Platinum Lounge and I roll it out. And I go, okay. And I'm like, oh, and I also grabbed like a bedroll so that for the mirror. For the mirror, of course. Because you can break the mirror. So that was the whole thing, is that like it's not like an indestructible.
What happens inside it?
If you break the mirror, I believe everything's lost. So it's not like they all get released. They're just trapped.
The children are gone.
So a lot of mistakes get rectified in this because this was one of those times where you've played back when we used to drink, we played D&D and like shit gets away from you real quick sometimes where it's like
spirits get a trifle wild.
100%. I go, okay. I'm like, this is easy. I'm like, all right. So I go and I use the towel and I'm like, I'm going to pick it up off the wall and place it in the portable hole.
Yep.
And he goes, all right, go ahead and roll me an athletics check. Me and my -2 on my athletics skill. I roll and he goes, what'd you get, a 1? And I'm like, a -1? Because that was a nat 1 into the overflow, which I'm like should go to 19.
Right.
You know, stack overflow.
0 rounds up to 2. We don't have time.
We don't have time because
don't
I don't
have
even
time.
remember, but I just know that it makes me angry.
I know. I remember.
We'll have to remember that. 0 rounds up to 2. Okay. So I'm like, I go 1 and he just goes, so you go to lift it up and you go to place it in the hole and you realize that like it's really heavy and you accidentally step on part of the bedroll and it just falls into the hole. You hear a crack and a blood curdling scream. And I just went, okay, I'm going to go, I'm not paying for a broken product. And he goes, well, did you just break the mirror? I'm like, because I had handed him my 500 gold in like a little sack. And I was like, actually, I'm going to keep my money since you tried to sell me a broken thing and I'm not going to tell anything about this. And I tried to use my fear abilities. He saved, but he was still fucking terrified of me just like aggressively threatening him in the Platinum Lounge. And I go, I'm taking it, and I roll up the portable hole. I'm like, I guess I got kids now, and I take my gold back, and I like exit, and they're all sitting out there, and I go, we gotta go, and I just am leaving. And even though everyone heard it, they weren't there for it. All good players, and we ended up like leaving whatever. And Mike's like, hey, like you really shouldn't steal. Like, I'm like, I did this a favor. Like, this is good. And then I was like, I don't know the fucking passcode.
Oh, you don't know the word?
I don't know the word.
Trap people in the mirror.
Mm-hmm. But I was like, Mike's character, can you just use identify and figure out the passphrase? He goes, yeah. Figures out that he can as long as there's a property he doesn't know. You would learn all of it since it's not an attunement item. The passphrase was save the children, which was very, very funny on Lauren's part. And I'm like, they're like, no, you can't do that. Like, there's kids in there. Like, you're fucked. And I'm like, is no one going to talk about how, one, this guy was keeping kids in there, and two, while he was in the process of trying to sell it to me, he was going to like formally sell it to me outside the room as long as I could get it there. He didn't bother to release the kids.
Release the children.
Exactly. I feel like he would have sold it to me with the kids in there. Yeah. And those kids are just gone. And when I'm not letting them out, I can't feed them. Right. Like, I'll be good if we meet vampires. I'm like, I got 3 kids for you. And everyone's like, Steve. And I'm like, I am not a good character. Like, like I told you guys, I am like evil leaning character. Like I'm very self-centered in that regard. Like, just like I'm down bad to help everybody, but like I can only do so much. I got weak ass arms, but a lot of charisma. And so Mike goes, no, we got to take it. I'm like, fine, fuck it. He goes to return it. And they're like, oh, thank you. And please don't ever have your associate come back. And then he's like, yeah, he's like, this will be good though. Cause, you know, I think the kids in there have had a tough time. And he goes, wait, what, kids? And he goes, anyway, have a good day. And it's like, thank you for role-playing that. But yeah, they're keeping the fucking kids in there in this transdimensional space. Yeah. That's wrong. It's wrong. And I don't think that me stealing it, well, actually, it fell in the hole. Right. And he didn't take it out. Yeah. And I couldn't lift it. Well. That hole is like 6 feet deep, 10 feet deep. I can't get down there without like a rope. Yeah. And you want me to pick up that mirror? And I get a check. And I'm like, I don't even know if it still works. Right. Because I just heard the break. Yeah. And I'm like, well, maybe the kids are in the hole. And then I thought, how long has that hole been sealed? Because like there's only so much air in the hole. Right. They're safer in the mirror. Yeah. And like, no, that was it. And so I didn't end up buying the mirror. I kept my money. But like, so it's a wash, except for the kids. Well, except for my party, who now thinks that like, what the fuck, like you're a little evil. I'm like, I'm upset. But also, I thought my idea. They're like, what were you gonna do with the 50-pound mirror that you have to hang up? I'm like, I was gonna do the washboard thing, right? like at the beginning of BioShock Infinite. Yeah. And I'll be like, save the children. And they're like, what? And they go, just like that. Easy. Yeah. And that didn't happen, so. Their loss. You fucking had me. Anyway, okay, that's it. That's everything. I did all the things. Cool. Are you good? I'm good. All right, bye. Bye, guys. Alrighty. Should we pull up? There's some quinchins. Oh, man, Erica Frog is really cute. Lots of best squirrels. So people have been telling me that anime isn't real, and it's really starting to piss me off. It makes me so mad. Yeah. How do we see comments? I Held for review? None. Okay. From episode 49, this throat only goes down. I forgot we named it that.
Peristalsis, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Directional.
Oh, fucking A, Sin. Sin asked a question.
Okay. You gotta stop tugging on that.
I don't mean to. Like, I just keep moving it. I should stop. Don't I have to, like, twist it?
Yeah, hold on. Just hold it for a second.
Oh, that's so smart, the twisty knob.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not allowed to touch it. I'm allowed to set it, and now I have to forget
You're good. Just don't yank it quite so
much.
much.
I'm very
well, even yanking is okay, but like yanking and twisting is when it's
I'm
like
somehow
loosening.
like unscrewing
Spinning it.
Sin asked, what does the future look like to you in terms of personal, like redacted streaming wise, and what you think might change in the world? Be as dark as you want. I know my outlook isn't always the brightest. Well, that's a setting you can change. Make us out outlook.
What?
What does the future look like to you, like world-wise and personal-wise? I'm getting asked this tomorrow, and I'm not happy about it.
I think personal, I'm just gonna keep vibing.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that flippantly. I just literally mean like I don't see much change.
I don't plan on
in general. I don't have any like. There's no big thing ahead, but I'm like.
It's just like continuing, like same thing, like just working.
Same shit, different day. And as far as the world, I mean, like things are bad, but also things are often very bad. And I think it's just kind of keep floating on.
Like shit's real bad, but that doesn't mean that like we can't talk about how John Soul Eater is named Soul Eater.
Yeah.
You know, like it's still worth getting mad about.
Yeah.
Still worth getting mad about some guy's shitty takes on the Mario Kart maps.
He's wrong. I'm not going to say his name because I'm not here to like blast him, but he's wrong. And that's okay. He's right on some of them.
Is he a similar villainous energy to the original cut of the Mario Kart speedrun video that Summoning Salt did, where like it was the guy who had tried to take them all?
I don't want to talk about that video. That video gets me genuinely upset.
I still never remember, like, because they definitely made it seem like everyone was trying to get together to like stop this guy.
Yes.
And like, but then he was the villain.
The problem, I love Summoning Salt. I love every video that man has made, except that one. And it's not even because of the story. He told the story the wrong way.
And I think he came forward. He like
he doubled down.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. He was like, I understand why like the way I said it maybe like framed it differently. He's like, but like you need to understand that like this was like a communal thing. It wasn't like a hate thing. And I was like, okay.
It felt like
we
that.
need to tell the story a little differently.
Can you at least just do a little disclaimer
this
or something?
Needs to not be a heroes and villains story if you're then going to try to say there were no bad guys in this story, because let me tell you.
Yeah.
I was here for that guy, and he got his fucking like he
never got it.
He got like shit on by an entire community, and it took all of them to like hold him back, and it's not right.
Why do we vilify him, but we honor Matt Turk? And that's the conversation
They're
that
not
Salt's
ready to
not ready to have.
They're not ready to have it.
Salt, we're more than ready to have you on the podcast to like talk about this. Why does Matt Turk get the pass?
That's what I'm saying.
They can't even verify half of his fucking times.
Honestly, it was a different time. Okay, so people lied.
Yo, fuck Matt Turk.
Matt Turk did not lie. He was a very talented
Matt Turk
player.
did nothing wrong. Well,
he didn't.
He didn't. He just posted his scores.
But neither did the Super Mario Kart guy.
You're right. And you know what the difference is? We don't remember his name.
There's actually more to that story afterwards. Like one of the guys who was like going against him, who was like kind of like leading the charge, secretly got like 10 of the records.
Oh, that's
and
right.
Didn't tell anyone, and then released them all at once. He's like hoarding them.
He uploaded them all at once so that like
there was no way for him to, the other guy to like.
Well, didn't it? It was like, didn't that guy get it? Did he get all the records?
The asshole did. The bad guy did.
But he did it the wrong way. That was the whole thing. Like,
right. He hoarded them so that way he could.
So that like there's a moment where I am the number one on everywhere, where it's like the other guy was like literally like just I will go back and try to get whatever
Yeah,
record.
as soon as he would get one, he would post it,
It
and
was
then
fun.
people would be able to stop it and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy hoarded all of them and then released them
That's
all.
so
So
fucked.
he technically was the one who had all of the things, but it also destroyed all of his credibility, because it's literally you're now at the top of a community that is based on communal play and good sportsmanship, and you just shit on the whole thing.
Yeah.
So.
You're like, look how good I am. It's yeah, but you didn't you still did all those scores. That's great and all. But
You didn't do them in good faith.
you also sat on world records that could have inspired more.
Yeah.
And it's that's the
on
whole
purpose
point.
because you wanted to be able to take that title. It was just shitty.
It's I have enough money to buy them all. It's okay, but that doesn't mean the same as opening packs of cards as opposed to just buying them,
That video upsets me.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's okay, but this Mario Kart guy is nowhere near that bad. He was right about a lot of the maps. It's really funny that his stuff, a lot of the stuff that he put at the top, his middle stuff, I was all in agreement with. His A tier, B tier, C tier. I'm we got this. We got this, dude. I get you. I understand.
Some give and take. Yeah.
A little bit I'd flex him around a little bit, but in general, I was I understand where you're coming from. And then he was this is S tier, and I was that is dog shit.
When
and
it comes to tier
this
lists, S and F are always contention.
Well, and he never put anything in F tier because he's nothing is that bad. I was okay. But some of the stuff he put in D tier, I was you get it out of there.
Where did he put in there?
He put that SNES map in D tier, and I'm you get it out of there. Get it out of there.
Damn, I want to play it again.
Yeah, get it out of there. It's fine.
I agree.
I'm gonna make my own tier list, and then he'll just be wrong, and that's okay.
As he fucking should.
Everyone's allowed to have their own opinion.
Just don't be wrong.
It's just made me mad because I'm he's wrong.
All right, this one's a bit of work. So,
Okay.
Empress Arcana Tarot Storyteller asked, question time, musical note emojis.
Okay.
For both Eric and Odie, you wake up and get ready to embark on a new journey filled with endless possibilities and opportunities. Going on your merry way, you meet someone smiling wide and wearing a long coat. They call themselves the Magician and wish to show you their wares as they open up their coat.
Okay.
They hold 4 items: a wand, a sword, a chalice, and a pentacle.
What's a pentacle?
Can you search it while I'm reading it? Sorry.
I thought it was a D&D thing.
I want to say I know what it is, but I don't. Each of these items
How do you spell pentacle?
penta.
Oh, it's
CLE.
okay, penta. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was penta or penti.
No, you're right. It's fine.
A pentacle. A talisman or magical object, typically disc-shaped and inscribed with a pentagram.
Yeah, makes
Okay.
sense. Yeah.
It's like a pentagram, but on a necklace or something.
Yeah.
Type of vibe.
Like a vinyl.
Yeah.
Devil
A
music.
Funko Pop.
A Funko
pentagram
yeah,
on it.
A Funko Pop. It's just my magical focus is my druidic focus is a Funko Pop of Groot, of baby Groot. They all have special abilities. Wand grants fire, breath of life, and the ability to spark inspiration. Sword can cut deep, but also grants mental clarity as well as the ability to read minds. Chalice is filled with love, being able to embrace the power of empathy, to pick up on the emotions of others, and the ability to heal every time you drink from it. Last but not least, the pentacle grants you wealth as long as you have the coin in your possession and is a bringer of harvests, making you have the greenest of thumbs. The albeit sketchy magician wishes to grant you one of these gifts. Which would you choose?
Pentacle.
Yeah, pentacle money.
I get money and I can grow plants.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds great.
My
I've
sister's
got
gonna
plants
love
I
that
always
in
forget to
Oklahoma.
water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And money.
and money.
I don't need to feel other people's feelings.
No, well, the only thing that
I'm okay.
I was
I'm already fairly empathetic.
to spark inspiration is interesting because I'm what does that
Interesting.
necessarily mean? And it's it grants fire, breath of life.
I feel that I don't struggle with finding inspiration, though.
Okay.
I know a lot of people do. I don't really find that for myself.
Mm.
I'm lucky in that regard, I guess. So I'm good.
I don't. I would like to read minds, but also no, because minds are chaotic.
I don't want to know it. I don't want to know what anyone else is thinking
No.
ever. That's
Although I will
their
say,
business.
being able to heal every time you drink from it,
That's
that
cool.
is
How often are you injuring yourself, though?
well, that's just it. Is it just
just
physical wounds, or is it
Right.
internal stuff? Hey,
Something more
can it
serious.
cure my IBS?
That'd be pretty dope.
Oh man, no hangovers. I mean,
You know
we
how
don't
you can
drink.
also have
yeah,
no
yeah,
hangovers?
yeah. But yeah, it's the pentacle, and I'm sure the pentacle's the one that's cursed.
Well, yeah, because it's a pentagram.
Mhm.
But give me that money, honey.
Okay, so Chloe Replay Camera 2 asked, the leader of BTS, RM, whatever, some K-pop shit, once said...
Ronald McDonald.
Mm-hmm. Ronald McDonald, the lead singer
of Behind the Scenes.
Yeah, my favorite K-pop group.
Sin's going to get mad.
They say people live to be happy. If you actually think about what happiness is, it's nothing much. What you get when you get to eat ramen after feeling really, really hungry, that's happiness. What are some small examples of happiness in your lives?
Eating an entire pizza by myself when I know I shouldn't.
When I find like a manga volume that I don't have, that like I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I want this. Like I found out Comey Can't Communicate. That's got Walmart had volumes 19 and 20, and I'm like, I only have 1, 3, and 4. Yeah, because I can't find 2 yet.
Ooh, another one is like when I find like a YouTube channel that like I immediately fall in love with, when it's just like it's just right, and it just happens to come up and you recommend it, and you're like, I'm gonna watch every video this person's ever made. Yes. That's such a good feeling. It's such a little thing, but it's like I know what I'm gonna do the rest of my day.
Oh yeah,
I'm just gonna listen to fucking Zeltic talk about Legend of Zelda, because why not?
I'm here for it. Well, like I've been back on my 3DS lately. I've been soft resetting for my shiny Mudkip to start. I'm at like...
It's purple, right?
Like a purpley pink. Yeah. I'm at like 250 resets, which is not much, but also like a lot. But I'm like, I want it. I'm like, it can happen soon, right?
And I know you can't keep him from me.
And there's part of me that's like, I want the uncatchable Poochyena and a shiny Mudkip. But like statistically, that's impossible.
Right.
But I want it.
Oh, and I know you can't keep him.
Otherwise, for me, it's... why play new game when you can replay old game? We're playing through Nier Automata on Mondays because we finished Replicant, and I had already played like 100% like all the achievements in Nier Automata a few years ago, yada yada. Well, we're finally in the game where like when you pick up on shit that like if you had played the others, you wouldn't like being able to play a game that you've already mastered and still get something new out of it. Yeah. Because I'm like, Emil, our boy, I forgot that when you go to Forest Kingdom, you see this little skull face ball thing that rolls away from you. And you're like, I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, now I'm like, everyone in my chat's like, Emil. Like, I'm sitting here, like, losing my shit. Yeah. And then, like, because I remember Emil as this weird little ball dude who's, like, in a little cart in this chaotic little train car thing that runs around the entire map. He shows up near 3 of the areas, and he has different items at different things. Yeah. And you have to, like, shoot him to get him to derail. But, like, currently doing a quest where it's, like, he wants to find his memories. And what do? You go and find these little lunar tears, which are the special flower, which, like... The lunar tear is an incredibly difficult flower to grow. You can grow one in Nier Replicant. I have not done it because it takes real time, and I never remember, so all my plants die. But, like, Kaine has
Garden
one.
and Dragon Age Inquisition?
No, I never did.
I almost did it enough to get the achievement, and then, like,
I just gave up
and went to the like expansion, and then you can't go back to Skyhold or whatever the hell it's called. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, I understand their pain.
Yes,
that's kind of what I would. Similar things where it's like, oh, okay, cool. As long as I like get on tomorrow, it's like I didn't. It's been 2 days and now it's gone. Yeah. But like Kaine's grandmother, she has this wreath in her little wagon of like a whole bunch of lunar tears, which are like incredibly rare. And it's like you're going to these places like in the amusement park in the desert, and like there's this little lunar tear, and he's like remembering things like I just have these weird memories like being chased by a boar, and I'm like, yeah, because like buddy. That wasn't a real thing, but like we used to run around on boars. We used to ride those babies for miles in Replicant. Yeah. Like it's like I don't care about anyone else. It's me like lighting up like a little kid who's just like connecting things. Or like I did a live stream. I was talking about it a couple weeks ago for the Pokemon review. Like that shit. That is like that happiness where it's like, and I'm like 100% gonna stream shit like that because it's like way more exciting when there's other people. Just to like I didn't grab it.
I know you're fine. I'm looking. Look, there's still plenty of
there's a button prompt. I have to interact. I just got to change my angle.
Yeah.
So that's it. Or like when you're cutting like wrapping paper and the scissors glide.
And it glides, right? Ooh, that feels good. When I was playing Prey as Milo, when I was doing that video, like Prey like doesn't. I mean, Prey's not like scary. It's never supposed to be like scary, but like it has like jump scare moments, of course. Like, you know, mimics will like scare the shit out of you. But like in general, like I've played so much of it, and I've played so much of Moon Crash. But like when I was playing it, like when something scary would happen, I'm like playing it up because I'm like playing as Milo, who's never played it.
Yeah.
There was that moment where I break character because like I'm literally like in like the HR offices and I'm doing like the wall pop, like looking in a room and I look in and one of the mugs turns into a mimic and jumps at my face and it scared the shit out of me so genuinely that I like break character and like I instead of like being like fuck or whatever, like I'm literally like fuck and then like I go back to the accent and I just start like laughing because I don't know. It was just this weird moment where it was just like, it was scary.
You were trying so hard to like be authentic for something you already know.
Right. And then it was like, it actually scared me. And like, then it was just funny. Like
a Wilhelm scream kind of.
Yeah, it was good.
That's so funny. I love a good spoop.
Yeah.
A little spoopy.
A little spooping time.
A little spoop for me.
Spoop for you.
A spoop for me.
Spoop for everybody in the room.
I need to play Moon Crash. I've been wanting to. It's like
good.
I have too many things. Like now, it's almost like I'm playing too many things.
Make sure if you play it, make sure you do if you're an achievement person, make sure you do every single thing before you go for your final run, because otherwise you will get a save point and you can't go back.
Like the DLC's just dead to you, or you have to start over?
You have to start over. So I went through the whole thing twice because I almost got Galaxy Brain, the achievement, which is you have to like unlock every single
door.
Nope.
Neuromod.
Neuromod. You have to max out the neuromods on every single character. I didn't. I got close. I did a run, not thinking I was going to complete it. I did well enough that I finished the final run where you get everyone out alive. Well, alive. You finish everyone. And then it like you're locked out.
Yeah, if there's one you're missing, it's too late.
Yeah. So then I had to redo the whole thing, which was still fun. Like I just genuinely enjoy it. But yeah, if you're going for achievements, if you think you're getting close to doing a final run, make sure you have everything done.
Yeah. I think I gotta put it in a well ventilated place, and then I also need to like make sure I need to like follow an achievement guide to specifically like, because I want like all Typhon power, all human power. It's hard. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Although not getting sprint right away is like, that was the like second playthrough of Prey, just the beginning part when you skip through everything and then you're like, cool, let me start. I already know where some of these neuromods are and I'm like, give me speed.
Second playthrough I was going to do like, because the first one I just did not even as an achievement. I just like in my like place, like in my head, you know, like head canon-y like you do. I'm like, my Morgan would just use human stuff. So I only did human stuff the whole time. Turns out it was an achievement. How fun.
Very
how lovely.
nice.
Then the second playthrough, I was like, okay, well, since I got that one, I'll play it again and I'll just do the Typhon one. And then like I started and I was like, I don't like this.
You don't even get to do any of them for a bit.
For quite a while. But I was like, this isn't my Prey.
No.
I play Prey with human neuromods. This is me playing someone else. And I got bored and I stopped.
Yeah, I get it. Chloe's other question was, what video game is a masterpiece in your eyes?
Prey.
Kingdom Hearts 2.
Also, like, I mean, like, I love Prey, but like, Halo 3. It was just.
There's always things to criticize, but
it's
like,
not perfect, but everything was right, if that makes sense. Like at that time with the multiplayer and everything, like I'm not saying just campaign, but like Halo 3 when it was just right.
Yeah.
Multiplayer was at its peak. The campaign was really good, not perfect, but really good. It's still not my favorite campaign, but Halo 3 just it's the whole thing was just right.
I would also say Hades. Hades was a very little complaint. Like complaints are like between the thumbsticks and me.
Yeah.
My thumbs.
Also Dead Space 1.
That was good.
Dead Space 1 was very good.
Alrighty. Loop asked, Eric.
What up?
From the early drop of Caleb's vid, do you find that you tend to be particularly empathetic? How do you filter out other people's feelings from your own?
I can tend to be empathetic. It depends. I mean, like I'm very much a person where like if somebody starts crying or if I'm watching a video where someone's crying, I'll probably start crying. Like, I don't know why that just gets me. But like, I don't know.
It's watching someone because it makes it much more real.
Yeah. But like, I don't like part of the reference that they're kind of getting at is like that character. He talks about how like he has a really hard time separating his feelings from other people's feelings. To him, it's just sort of all one thing. So like if someone's feeling something, he feels it just as strongly with himself. I'm not like that. Like I'm like I'll be sad for someone.
You're
but
like a that's rough buddy.
Well, like I feel it for that other person in that sense, and so like I said, like if someone's crying, like I'll probably start crying, but like I know that's not my feelings. I feel for them, but I'm not like feeling their sadness. I'm feeling sad because they're sad. But like I don't know. I don't really struggle with like separating my emotional contexts from other people generally. I'm very reactive to other people's emotions, but like not in a way where like I conflate that with my own, if that makes sense.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. For both, fuck, marry, kill, Bowser, Knuckles, and Boo.
Well, I'm gonna marry Bowser because he's gonna treat me right.
Mm-hmm.
He's got money
And
he's got land.
He also could be Bowsette.
Sure.
Which is 100% marry Bowser. I agree.
Who are the other two?
Knuckles and Boo
Who's Knuckles?
from Sonic and Knuckles.
Oh, kill him. I don't care.
Yeah, kill Knuckles, and I'm gonna fuck Boo.
I'm gonna fuck Boo. I want to know
ghost.
what that's like.
Yeah, I want him to make me boo. Rafki plays says rise and fall, gang, rise up. Eric,
Rise and Fall. It's so good. It's so good. I want them to make a remake of that game so bad because I think that would look fucking phenomenal.
rise and fall.
It's a PC game.
Got it.
It's an RTS. It's the one I talked about where like it's an RTS, but also then you could go into first person.
Oh, gotcha.
It's such a cool concept.
Yggdrasil asked, if hello were to be replaced by another word as a greeting, what word would that be?
Hi.
Annyeong. Which I think is just like hello, good morning.
Oh.
In Korean. Annyeong. Annyeonghaseyo. I mean, otherwise, like, it'd just be greeting. It's up.
It'd be funny if it was just yep.
Spaghetti.
Yep.
Yep. Well, that's like there's a curse thing of like,
saying yep during sex.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Yeppers. Heike Micah asked, recently made a tier list with my friend of fast food places, but since we live in England, I'd imagine the places are a lot different than the U.S. So for you, what American fast food places are F tier and what are S in your opinion? See, I like that. I'm like, don't make me. We're not ranking them all. Just what's an S, what's an F?
McDonald's is S tier for me.
Taco Bell is S tier for me.
Also, Cane's is S tier, which I know it's divisive, and that's okay.
Cane's
that is okay.
F tier for me. I hate their
That's
food.
okay. Taco Bell would be F tier for me. I don't want anything there.
I get it.
Yeah.
Smash Burger is V tier.
Smash Burger.
I can't put.
Actually,
put
that burger is really good.
Well,
when you get what you
when
want,
I'm
it's
allowed,
really
well,
good.
when I'm allowed to get that burger, it's good.
Well, it's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work for them. You can't call her Vu.
You'll call it. Shout out to all my dolphin girls and turtle women.
Come on.
Okay. Seafair Ort asked, are there any A-list or big name actors who you have just never seen anything that other people would be shocked about? Like, for example, their homies lost their shit when they realized that like they had never seen a movie with Ben Affleck in it. I don't know. You don't consume media.
There's probably a lot of actors and actresses that I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Because I don't watch stuff. I've never seen who's the new Spider-Man? The little Spider-Man?
Not Tobey Maguire. Tom Holland.
I've never seen anything with him in it.
Mm-hmm.
But nope. Nope. Benedict Cumberbatch was in Star Trek.
See, I watch a lot of stuff.
I'm just going Marvel because I'm like, I probably haven't seen them in anything.
Yeah. Robert Downey Jr.?
I've never seen Robert Downey Jr. in anything.
Not even Sherlock Holmes?
Yes, I have.
See, I fucking knew it. I
saw the first one.
That's
a
right.
long time ago. Brandon made me watch it.
I couldn't. I don't fucking know.
You watch too much stuff.
Yeah.
Have you seen Angelina Jolie in something?
She was very formative in my young childhood years.
That's fair. I'm just trying to think of like random people. Have you seen Meryl Streep in anything?
Yeah. Devil Wears Prada.
Work.
We do need to watch. because I really want to rewatch it again, and I genuinely loved it, is Everything Everywhere All at Once. That is like a head trip movie. Like, but that's not too hard to follow, except for the hot dog finger part.
Right.
And the donut.
Yep.
But otherwise, it's very fun. Like, it's a very silly take on alternate realities. And I wanted my mom to watch it, and then I realized after thinking about it, I don't want her to watch it because it's about a mother-daughter relationship and letting go.
Probably not best.
I think it's what she needs to see. But also, I don't want my mom. Yeah.
Sometimes what you need to see isn't what you're going to see.
You wake up one morning and decide you're going to drop everything and devote yourself to making one type of music. What genre of music would you make?
SoundCloud rap.
What does it say? Ska? Because it'd be fun. Like, for fun, ska. For money, SoundCloud rap.
I mean,
TikTok songs.
If I needed to like actually make music, I'd literally make like early 2000s like emo music.
Pop punk, yeah.
I'd bring it back.
Oh, hell.
It never left. It never left, but we need some new stuff. I love Fall Out Boy's old music. I love their new music, but it's different now. And it's still good, but it's different. And like, I want some more of that old shit. So, yeah.
I like that. I don't know if we'll keep that, but that's a good one because we said it at the same time. We had another thing that we said at the same time that I don't remember what it was, but it was a thing.
Jaunt.
A little jaunt.
It was a little jaunt.
That's a good one too.
It's a little jaunt.
Because like that was a very weird phrase that
we both said.
Which I mean, like for us, it's not
right. To a normal person, it's a weird phrase.
Yeah. Okay. So Swaggy Fresh Lemonade asked, "What is your weirdest scar and how did you get it?" I have this one. You can barely see it, but I had a big old ganglion cyst and I got it removed. They didn't let me keep it.
I have a lot of burn scars on my right arm because when I was a child,
Trifle Wild.
I was a Trifle Wild.
We gotta. Can we get a little whiteboard to put a Trifle Wild counter? Because I'm pretty sure we say it almost any time.
Almost every episode. Well, it's because like I always like lead into a one with like if I'm telling a story about when I was a kid, I will start when I was a child.
Well, how could you not?
Yeah, I was. You
can shop at 5 or 6 references or just one.
I was.
She booked it.
She fucking booked it. Corvette Williams booked it. Get into it. I was a hungry, dirty
Wavy
little
Web
pig
Surf
boy.
Has a whole video on that video. Like,
yeah.
And it was really good. Sorry, I just had to get that out. I'm really sorry for interrupting you. So when you were a dirty little pig boy.
I was a dirty little pig boy.
rolling around in the dirt.
He comes from the dirt.
Used as like a toilet seat.
I wanted, I love hash browns and I wanted them all the time.
Yeah.
And my mom or my dad would be cooking
You're
them.
Irish, yeah.
Well, yeah. You understand.
Marky Poo.
You understand.
Yeah.
They'd be like, cooking hash browns and stuff. And then like they'd go to do something else. And like
you had used your little grabbers.
Little piggy wanted some hash browns. So I would always try to reach up into the fucking pan and put my wrist down on the edge of the pan trying to grab hash browns and burn the shit out of my arm. So yeah, so I had like 3 different burns on there.
Ooh.
And it's all from the same shit. My parents would get so mad at me.
They
were like, you literally are not learning. And I was like, I'm hungry.
Oh yeah. It's right there.
And they're like, you could. The other thing I used to do. So like in much the same vein of like, oh, well, I was hungry. So like, and also similar in vein to like the hiding the taco seasoning packet.
Speaking of, I need to get one on my way home. Don't let me forget.
My parents would make like apple turnovers or cherry turnovers, like the ones just like out like the pop the thing or whatever. I thought they were gross. There's no pop. I thought they were gross and I didn't like them.
Makes me mad.
But there's frosting that you put. You bake them in the oven and then you put frosting on them. I would see that they were making cherry turnovers, apple turnovers, or whatever, and I'd be like, I know I'm not going to eat those, but there's no one in this kitchen, and there's a plastic pouch full of frosting. So I ate all the frosting. I'd cut the corner and just squeeze all the frosting into my mouth.
Like a Go-Gurt tube.
Yep. And then like I did that twice. And like,
dude, you're gonna get beat.
I did. I got my ass beat, and I deserved it because it was bad.
Yeah.
And my parents were literally like, what about us? And I was like, well, you got the cherry turnovers, so I got the frosting. That argument didn't fly.
You kind of need the frosting.
That's their problem, not mine.
They should have put it on there. Why are you letting them cool? I eat things hot all the time.
Yeah.
Just. Okay. Rafki says that he's going to delete his TC and still win the game. Mark my words.
I believe him. Big ups for Josh.
Big ups for Josh.
I believe Rafki.
I'm looking for questions. Are you spitting or kissing?
I'm spitting, but it sounds like kissing. I'm doing a, but it ends up sounding like a
good boyfriend, bad boyfriend.
Oh yeah, you
I was doing that. Ori, Sin, and I were playing Fall Guys, and I was like, they're like, "Are you really spitting?" And I'm like, "No." I'm like, "What if you did?" And I'm like, "That'd be nasty. I'd be covered in spit."
People ask me stuff like that with like my videos. They're like, "Did you really like?
We're voice guys.
Did you do X thing?" And I'm like, "No."
Unless.
I mean, well, some of the things I've done, but usually it's no.
Yeah, all the choking sounds. I'm just there. It's just you choking me.
Well,
g'day.
I don't really have choking sounds.
Well,
although I did make Auth have to do choking sounds one time.
That's a vibe.
And I literally was like, because I sent him like the script or whatever. It was for like the Imperium stuff where like his character showed up, and I was like, hey, so if you could also, I was like, in addition to like what scripted, if you could, you know, send me some audio of you like choking and like, you know, struggling for breath and, you know, like kind of like, you
it's
know,
not like threatening and or like
making
harassment.
Sounds like someone, you know, was like, you know, just throttling you against the hood of a car. That'd be pretty dope. Thanks. And he was like, you got it.
Already sent it over on hand.
He's like, well, let me grab the file I already have.
Is it raining outside? Because I have.
Do you need me to add in background noise? Because I already have some samples.
You need one in Amacas?
None of that was what he did, but he did record that for me, which I appreciated.
Good. Big ups for Auth.
Big ups for Auth.
You know, you'd be proud of me in a very weird, obtrusive way. No, but I finally got where I finally decided to pay money to a Patreon.
Okay.
So that I could have the other half of an audio.
Yeah.
And it was the first one that's ever like got me to be like,
I need it.
God damn it. Like I actually sat and fucking listened to the thing. But then I went and I realized, one, they're never going to be truly successful. It's also apparently like, it's like one channel that has like 5 people working on it with like multiple VAs and like script writers and one person does all
the
that.
People who manage that. I'm like,
it's a lot. It's a lot. But like, also, I'm very confused. There's like a lot of lore, and it like I did join like it was like $5 because that was where the not safe for work one was. They let you download it, and I'm like, that's how it shows up on Russian sites.
Well, I used to.
I used to find your stuff on Russian sites.
I mean, some of it still is.
It's the only way I'd get around the paywall.
Wow.
Well, don't. I'm just kidding. It's not there. Don't go look.
Yeah.
Go pay. But do you know how much they were charging for the not safe for work tier?
$5,
not $7. And I'm like, never keeping my money.
That's a loss. I was going to do 5, and then I was like, I could do 7. And then some people do like fucking 15 and they still get them.
I had looked at other ones, and like a 7 cents is a very like industry standard. And then there was even one like, because then I was just in this like Patreon rabbit hole. And then I was like on Twitter, and I'm like, I'm curious. Like, fuck it. You got a Patreon. I want to see like, what is your tiers like? I'm just so fat. I'm not going to spend the money on any of this, but like, I'm just so fascinated from like a business side. Like, what is the difference? And there's people that have like tiers and tiers of stuff, especially anyone who does like not safe for work cosplay stuff. Like there was one person
how much you get to see
where it's like you get like the minimum was like I want to say it was like $150, and you got access to like the monthly like cosplay like pictures.
Oh my God.
And I'm just like, damn,
I'm blown away by
But they had a lot of people at that tier too. I'm like, holy shit.
I'm blown away by the people who literally will charge, and like, no hate, like, get it, but like the people who will charge like $15 for their NSFW tiers, I'm like, I don't have that kind of confidence in my like I know I make good stuff, but like I'm not here to charge $15 for it. I don't know, like that's crazy. Like I would feel such an expectation on myself to be like, if I'm charging that much money, like this shit has to be like good, and like I already put enough pressure on myself at $7.
Yeah,
I don't want to think about $15.
Right, that's. Like to go even further beyond, like to even charge more than that. Like it seems
Yeah.
like a lot, and it's like unless you have like a wealth of it,
Right.
or like
and they
control.
and they usually don't yet. Like, not to toot my own horn, but like I've got like 24 or 25 like NSFWs, and also like again, not to toot my own horn, but like
also promotion.
mine are long. Like mine are like
They'll get you hard.
they will like mine generally run like 20-30 minutes.
Like for the not safe for work part.
I mean, usually like the whole video is 20 or 30 minutes, but like the NSFW is like then 15 or 20 of that, you know, like whatever. Like most of it's NSFW, especially the early stuff when like I didn't really do aftercare. So it was like, it was very just like, here's it's porn time.
Porn time.
And it's just gonna
Cheese time.
keep on going. Yeah, like mine are pretty fucking long. And some of these people, like you pay a lot of money and then you're like, this is 6 minutes.
Yeah.
I paid that for this. I don't know.
I don't.
Not to shop talk, but
No, of course. Talk shop.
shop talk.
Shop talk.
Shop
Yeah,
talk.
yeah. Shop talk. Chance time.
Chance time.
Yeah, I will say
It's wild.
it was like the one thing that I have struggled with in my journey with ASMR is finding like the right words to get exactly what I want.
Yep.
And like there's something also about YouTube recommendations about ASMR. I know we're going long. I don't care.
I didn't care, but I was looking at literally what time it was.
Oh yeah, it's almost 8. We're actually recording like late today.
Yeah, that's why I was more. I don't care how long it's going. I just
Yeah.
care about what time it is.
But like there'll be ones where it's like, I'm like, okay, this video is really good, and then it's like, okay, we're only gonna recommend you like the same 10 videos now, and I'm like,
Yeah.
can you please
Branch
not?
it out.
I've already watched all those, and I don't mind watching them, but like if that's all you recommend to me, then that's all I'm gonna end up watching, and then now
Yeah.
I'm in this vicious cyclone of like I listened to 2 videos, and it's not even like a sexy thing. It's just like it's just comforting.
When
it's
it recommends a
relaxing.
video to me and it's like there's like 100 views, I get so excited because I'm like, oh my god, this could like actually be something new. Like this is someone I haven't heard of. Like, you know. Like,
Oh, you mean like it's a video that wasn't released a minute ago? It was.
Right.
It's like it's just like a very small.
like
creator.
it's like a name I haven't heard and it has like 100 views. I'm like, this could be the new one because it's the same thing. I'm like, I love finding like new, you know, like channels and shit.
Is there a lot of and I'm not gonna like name names or anything because fuck me if I can remember any of them, but I know for like I don't know any audios in general, like I feel like it'd be the same for men where like I feel like there's like 5 maybe 6 different like female voiced ASMR sounding.
Okay.
And you just fall into one of those 5.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Like the archetypes that like I could listen to it and I'm like, I know this is like a different creator.
Right.
But like boom, 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 it's pretty much the same. And like that's not to be like I don't think that's like bad or anything or derivative. It's just literally like is the human voice. There's only so much you could do, and there's like creativity and shit that goes in there, especially for people that do like actual like visual ASMR stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm like, girls, can we just like I'll come back in a little bit when you get that microphone, please.
What's crazy?
I don't know how to describe it without either coming off like an asshole or like I can't put it in words. It's hard to describe.
What's crazy for me is like if I click on a video, I make my decision about whether or not I'm gonna like stick with it very quickly because like
it's within the first 10 seconds.
I hear the voice and I know if that's a voice that like I like or I don't very quickly.
I don't want whiny.
And I make the decision. And what's crazy to me though is that then if I listen to it, I'm like, I click it and I'm like, nope. And I'm just like, that was not going to work for me. And I just like go to a different one. I don't like write off that creator by any means. Like I don't say like don't recommend, but like I will remember and I'm probably like, oh, I think I didn't like that one. And then I'll try it again, like a different one or whatever.
Yeah.
But what's weird to me to think about is that I'm like, my voices, a lot of the voices that I do are similar, you know, like Damien sounds basically like me, who sounds like, you know, like Vincent, like this, like that. But then I have characters that sound quite different in a number of different directions. And it's crazy to me to think that like I'll pick a channel and like listen to a video and then I'm like, oh, I don't like that. No, never mind. And I'm like, someone could do that with my channel and like they happen to click like a Calum video first and they're like, oh, I don't like that. And then they never listen to any of my stuff. And I'm like, there's something in there that you'll like. I've got 300 videos.
There's something. Well, like, and I think it's interesting because like, and this would be a question more for people like your audience and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, for example, the one video that I really liked, there was a second one that was good too. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll listen to some of their other content too, because I am very much of like, no, I found the one thing I liked. I don't want more.
Yeah.
I want more of the one thing.
That.
And this one was like, I listened to one video with like one of the other VAs on the channel, and I was not as big of a fan.
Yeah.
But I could probably give that like another chance, like just to like, okay, whatever. I did another one which was like a totally different like character archetype, but from the original one.
Yeah.
And like, I forget what she said at one point, but she said something, and I'm like, that's you, like,
right?
Like you there is no personality hiding, like that's,
yeah.
But like, I liked it. It was actually weirdly comforting because I'm like, okay, cool. Like I have a cornerstone now, of sorts, which is a very weird way to talk about smut, but like, just that, like, because you have to hear it. It's all in your ears, and so it's like, it's an intimate experience, but like not like sexually.
There is a channel that, like, I'm not gonna say who it is, but
off.
It's not.
No, I'm sorry.
That didn't even sound like a word. I know you said off, but that didn't even sound like a word.
I just wanted to. I didn't even want to start beef.
It's not
I didn't even mean to say off. That was the best part.
It's not off.
But sorry, off.
There's a channel that like I listen to, and they make pretty good stuff, but it's so funny because like I've listened to like their stuff for like a decent amount of time, and it's good. It always sounds a little bit stilted, a little bit like performed, like it doesn't sound like supernatural, super space natural.
Dean. Sam Dean.
But what was weird was happened to listen to one video from them, and I listened to it, and it was like, it sounded like literally like talking to a person. And I was like,
it had that good
quality. I was like, this is the real you. I was like, that's the real you is in this video. And the rest is all just like
a voice,
scripted stuff. I was like, this one's real. And it was weird. It just put a weird spin on things. We're like, it wasn't bad, but I was just like, and I'm like, this is real you. And the rest of these videos, this is fake you.
There are some people that can do like the 8DO shit really well, where like even now, like you can tell that I'm in a microphone.
Yeah.
But there's no, like, if I can hear that you're using a microphone, I'm already like, you've lost points.
Right. You're
are
out.
you a creator who used a microphone to take
to record your audio?
To record your audio? Nice try, Flop. I could tell. I was gonna. Did I show you there was like, I love looking at for any of the ones that are like about like sometimes I'll go look for ASMR that like, especially if it's recommended, because it's like, oh, you like really horny stuff, and I'm like, no, I don't actually.
Yeah.
But like, sure. Like one was like, what was it? Oh God, she was rubbing her breasts, but like, and she was topless, but like it cut off like right here.
Okay.
Which
this was video ASMR?
This was a video ASMR.
She was literally rubbing. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But like, it didn't show anything.
Right.
But you could see, and like literally, like I had to click on it. I'm like, and the reason for it is because I'm like, I need to see the comments on this thing.
Yeah.
Because that's where I find, like, that's where I get off on this video, is in the comments. And there was like, I want to see if I can find it because it was fucking beautiful.
Oh God.
I'll read the next question and then I'll look for it.
Okay.
Because like we can keep moving, but you're gonna love this. I may have already shown it to you.
Okay.
But Rebecca asked, every day 12 random things appear in your backyard, but they also are the letter of your choosing. What do you choose? M for money or milk.
R. Rolex. Rolls Royce.
Rolos.
Rhino. Endangered. I'd love for more of them to appear.
M, money, manga.
There you go.
Macklemore CDs. CDs nuts.
What else starts with the letter R? Robert Duncan McNeil, the hit actor from Star Trek Voyager. What else starts with an R?
Okay, I found it. like this is kind of like the frame of it the whole time. Which also while she's doing, because like as I was reading all the comments, I could like hear it. You can't even hear anything.
How many views does that have?
272,000 from 2 weeks ago.
You go. Good for her.
So
good for her.
Kim Wow from 13 days ago, the first comment I see is, I only clicked on this because I didn't think this was serious, but bro, all y'all that like this need to touch grass, I'm dead. Then there was, God, where was it?
I never read the comments on ASMR stuff. I have no interest in the fucking comments. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what people have to say. I don't want to hear people talking shit. I don't want to hear people liking it too much. I don't read the comments.
People are like going hard. I gotta like, God, I had that picture. I sent it to like, I was talking to Shitfingers about it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's right. I found it. I found the comment. People are like, why was this recommended to me? Like, that's what a lot of the comments are.
Yeah.
It's like, we're all degenerates. It's okay. Can't catch, this is not the comment, but one that was hearted by the creator, which I find hysterical. You can't catch me, KCM said, you make the best videos. You instantly took off your shirt and did your thing. On my soul. But that was not the best comment.
Okay.
Dawson got ratioed where, you know, he has 73 comments on his comment. Dawson said, well, damn, I guess you should do your cat emoji next. Flap it around and everything. If YouTube doesn't take down your videos, no cap, I'll sub.
Okay.
It's the no cap, I'll sub for me.
I'll sub.
Like, hey, if you just finger blast yourself and let me hear
on
it
video,
I'll subscribe, which is free, and I could have done anyway. And he edited it, and like people are just like going nuts in the comments or whatever. Like people are just like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You crazy, sir? Like everyone's out here like, you did not.
Yikes.
What the fuck? I know like it's a terrible fucking, like very out of pocket and whatnot, but I just love, not like that whole part is all nasty, whatever.
Right.
But just the audacity of a guy, like, because I feel like it wasn't a troll.
Right.
Like the spirit of that comment was very just like, look, like,
listen,
this was pretty hot. This was good. But you know what? I don't sub for anybody. And maybe you just take it out and just do whatever you need to do. And you know what? No cap. I'll sub. It's the no. I think it's the no cap.
No cap.
No cap. No cap. I'll sub. Like, I'm glad you're being honest.
That's wild.
I guess. But like, what fucking standards do you have, Dawson? Yo, fuck Dawson. All my homies hate Dawson.
I heard Dawson uses Thresh.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know about
and
Thresh.
He's creaking.
We all know about Thresh.
Anyway, that was a very weird rabbit hole that I remembered.
Tangential.
It was a good time.
We
Yeah.
did the thing.
Maria asked, what's the most embarrassing thing you've ever won?
I've ever won?
Mm-hmm. Or ever worn. I'm sorry.
Oh, those are very different things.
Mm-hmm.
Most embarrassing thing I've ever worn. I like purposefully ugly things often.
Uh-huh.
What?
Yeah, you do.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. What is...
I have this picture from when I helped my mom at the ice rink one time where like I'm wearing this tie-dye thing with this jester hat to help promote whatever. And I look so fucking ridiculous in it. But I did it because she asked me to.
Yeah.
Or the slut shirt and slut shorts combo. My slorts and slurt.
That could be a factor.
That's probably it, because people have wanted me to like go answer the door with it, and I'm like, absolutely not.
No.
They don't need to. They don't need to pay. They don't need to get it for free. It's the tip they ain't getting.
Yeah. Embarrassing. I one time wore a Halloween costume that I really fucking hated. I didn't have a costume, and it was like last minute. I was like, oh god, I don't know what to do. And so I did we had like those like sticker name tags. So I just wrote like names all over them and stuck them all over me, and I was in identity crisis. It was bad. It was really bad. And I had to go to a party like that. And then I was embarrassed because people were like, "What are you?" And I was like, "I'm in identity crisis." And they were like, Oh.
You might have been ahead of your time on that.
It was just the wrong party.
Yeah.
With the right crowd, it would be great.
That is very creative. It's very tongue in cheek.
With the right group, it would have been right, but it wasn't right.
No.
Also, I was like, I sweat. I was getting very hot because I was nervous because everyone was like not enjoying the Garmont. And so then I started sweating like crazy, and I started like some of the stickers like started to like get like sweaty. It was nasty.
You know what? Real talk.
The look.
I think that we're now like past that age.
We're in a post cringe society.
Yes, where people like hate on like, look, you got a bad Halloween costume. I'm here for it. Fuck yeah.
Right.
Like, because first of all, you still tried, and especially and bigger kudos to purposefully making it bad as well. Because there's like that earnest, just like you fuck it, you're doing. Because it's like I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's bad, but like you tried your best. It's like no, like that's awesome because like if you had never done it before, like that's fucking great. Yeah, it's way better than what I did, which was nothing. You know, but also when you intentionally try to be bad, it's also real good. Yeah,
well, it's like a nice little safety net.
Exactly,
because you can kind of lean on like it's supposed to be bad.
That's what we do. She also asked, imagine you're in a room that's filling up with water quickly. There are no windows or doors. How do you get out? Don't scroll until you've answered the question. I die, I guess, and I go to heaven.
Every part of you is going to hell when you die.
Including your soul.
Including your fucking soul.
There's no anime.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a riddle, and I don't know the answer.
Stop imagining.
Cool.
That's cheeky. Yeah. Imagine you're in a room. Stop.
Imagine dragons.
The chemical. Oh, fuck.
I got road rash on my chest.
You're ready to be Daddy's little toaster strudel. Oh, it's a little frozen.
Little pig boy wants his hash brown.
Let me go throw this in the microwave for 30 seconds. Don't get too cold.
You know the frosting.
There's no frosting. Eric.
I ate every last drop of that frosting.
Who ate all of Daddy's toaster strudel frosting?
That'd be me.
I always wanted toaster strudel as a kid.
I didn't.
And then I finally got it once when I was like a teenager, and it was very mediocre. And I'm
Pop-Tarts
like, why did I
all
want
the
it?
way, baby.
Oh, the one package that we did not know was from the shirts. Was from Tiny Sparrow.
Thank you, Tiny Sparrow.
Thank you so much, Tiny Sparrow. They said,
thank you.
Hello, Odie and Eric, for the dynamic duo. Peace, Tiny Sparrow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Human Sky asked, question for both. I like how people get excited about random things. I like how people get excited about random things and they talk a lot about it. What's a random thing, or what's that random thing that you guys could talk on and on about?
Bronicles, Mario Kart 8 maps, Prey.
Things we talked about today.
Things I've talked about today.
I mean, I could talk about JoJo for hours.
Yeah.
I mean, like any of the games, like Kingdom Hearts, like any game that I have genuinely enjoyed that has multiple parts that I have played, I tend to like. I can talk about them. There's things that are cool.
Any of the Star Treks other than the original series, I'll go the fuck off.
Destiny, actually.
Destiny.
We can get into Destiny a lot.
Yeah.
We had a whole episode dedicated to the Rainbow Destiny.
Indeed.
No thanks to Luke Smith. And that's it.
Woo! Woo!
This is episode 50. You guys don't get the jingle.
Woo!
I don't think we did the jingle.
We did not do the jingle.
So we get no jingles today.
No jingles today.
All 50, no jingle.
Yeah. You got 49 other jingles.
I mean...
What, 50's not enough?
We repeated a lot.
There weren't some jingles earlier.
Yeah. Well, they also got the DLC.
Yeah.
So that day that we recorded for apparently
6 hours.
6 hours, which, damn, we really said fuck it.
We turned it out.
Okay, so we have 2 packages.
Woo!
Or 3 technically.
Okay.
One of them, or a set, is for you. It is from Galling. Yay! It's for your birthday.
Happy birthday.
And I definitely didn't forget it in the backseat of my car behind my driver's seat where it ceases to exist, and didn't have it for last week.
Happy birthday to me.
2 hours, 8 minutes, and 48 seconds. I'll go ahead and put that timestamp in.
Happy birthday.
Oh, I just opened up my message with Sal and I see the butthole again.
Happy birthday to you, La Queen.
La Queen.
With a little pen. Let's be real. Nothing I can write here could top the card itself. Happy birthday, Gally. Thank you, Gally. Oh, hell yeah.
2 hours, 8 minutes, and 45 seconds. There you go. Okay. You happy? The Queen. Oh, it's like LaCroix.
LaCroix.
Yeah.
LaCroix.
I hated it when I first saw it because I'm like, what is this LaCroix?
Yeah.
Or LaCroix.
LaCroix. There. Now you can see it. The cord was in the way. Okay. Do I open the little heavy thing?
Maybe.
Or the bigger, lighter thing?
A little heavy.
It's more heavy.
A little heavy for little Debbie.
Oh, it's more heavy. I love a good pizza.
Mm-hmm.
There is, in fact, a pizza inside.
It's been in my car for
It's
a
been
week.
in the car for a week. Oh, that's fucking sick. Hell yeah. It's Cortana's chip from Halo.
Oh, sick.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like a finger cutter.
It's a cigar cutter.
Yeah.
Put your finger in it.
That's
Yeah, no, it's the
Yeah.
it's his chip.
Oh, that's really cool.
In the back of his head. Hell
Oh,
yeah.
hell yeah.
Thank you, Gally. That's very sweet. Package time.
Open up the package.
Oh, wait, I
now.
can't sing the thing. Oh, yay! The Enterprise
Ooh.
D.
Is that a good one?
Oh yeah. Hell
Is
yeah.
it like a model?
Yeah, it's a model.
Oh, that's cool as fuck.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Oh,
I love a good Starship model.
you like doing that shit.
I do indeed.
Oh, hell,
Hell yeah.
look
thank
at you getting an activity.
activities for later.
Walmart has so many Legos.
I went on the Lego website because I was like,
I've been wanting a tall neck.
I want Legos.
I want the tall neck.
And then I ended up deciding, maybe instead of buying Legos, I'm going to go to Nike.com.
I swear to God, I can't wait.
I'm pumped. They don't get to know yet.
Yeah,
You told them, didn't you?
I didn't mean to. I didn't realize it was a secret in the moment. I said,
Told them about our offlines.
yeah, well, they don't. Not everybody knows. I don't think that almost all 1,800 people were in my VC last night, or 2 nights ago. Last night, but Sal was there, and Sal was like, "I'm going to DM him." I'm like, "Don't! I don't think I was supposed to say anything, and I'm sorry for saying anything.
Sal, you should have DM'd me.
I'm just like looking at these things, and I'm like, what? I didn't
They're
realize they were slippers at first.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I'm like, what the fuck kind of shoes are these?
They're your offlines.
I'm ready.
Listen, relaxation doesn't need to look stylish. It says something like that on the. And I
Yeah.
was just like,
Okay, but that's like Crocs though.
Crocs? No.
Apparently Crocs slap.
No.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I've never worn a pair of Crocs.
I don't ever want to.
No, they're ugly. God, they are.
Why are you yelling like I'm supporting them?
Because
I'm
people
on board
are like,
saying they're
like
bad.
all the Zoomers fucking love their Crocs, and I'm just like,
Well, they like intentionally ugly stuff, which I can respect.
okay, that's fine, but you're telling me that you're gonna fuck a guy wearing Crocs? I don't think so.
What else is he wearing?
Does it matter? He's wearing Crocs.
What else is he
A
wearing?
croc top. This is a package from, what's her name?
I don't know.
Loopy.
Whoop.
Whoop. I also hope you're not mad, but I did name one of my Neopets Lupin to replay. And it is the one that I use in my lab, Ray, that I spent like a couple mil on, all the pieces for the map. So I shock her every day, and like she can change gender, she has her stats updated, but the big thing is that it can change color and species. And what I really want is I want the MSP Poogle, which is like a plushie, evil plushie Poogle. And I can't, it's the only way you can get it is through the lab, but it's like, it just keeps changing. And this is all stuff that you don't know or understand. Okay.
I'm not a Neopetter. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not sorry.
So, okay, for the podcast,
For the cast.
for Eric,
Oh.
side note, okay. Oh, okay, this is like a separate
A script
thing
for us
of
to perform.
sorts. Yeah. I guess let's open up for the podcast. I was trying to see if there was like another thing in here for like,
For you.
yeah, but I don't think there is. but that's okay. There doesn't need to be. Okay, just open it. Yeah, just go ahead.
Will you
You
read
already
it?
did. You want me to read it?
Well, yeah, because I have one. which
I don't know if
supposed
it's.
to.
I don't know if it's for the podcast. Hype boys, what's up, fuckers?
What up?
Now that that's out of the way, laughing, crying emoji. I've been meaning to send this out for a while, but yeah, I have about 2 working brain cells on a good day, and trying to get them to work together is a feat in of itself. Anyway, included in the box, you will find the following: a webcam. Oh, Odie, you mentioned one of your other webcams was giving you some trouble, and I had an extra one lying around, so come in handy. Oh, thank you. You didn't have to do that. Yeah, it's always giving me something. Are you okay?
No.
What happened?
It's only in my eye.
Did you get anthraxed? Loop, you can't be anthraxing us.
Just because I called you Loops Poops Cleanup Service doesn't mean you have to do this to me. Ow. I'm okay.
She put pink eye in there. Who's having the last scoop, huh?
Not the conjunctivitis.
Yeah.
That's pink eye.
Oh.
Did you not know that?
No. Pink eye
Oh.
is poopy pillow disease. And you get the puffy eyes.
You would know, poopy peas.
You poop one pair of pants. You decide to be honest and earnest with your loved ones, and
That was a choice that you made.
it is a choice that I made. A couple of T-shirts, because damn it, if I'm running a business cleaning up poop, then you two are my employees. Consider this repayment for your cursed gremlin behavior. I'm now excited.
Poops cleanup service.
Some candy / sweets, because, well, why not? And then 4 is the Redacted Verse game.
Oh.
LOL, I know you guys already know this, but you're both wonderful people who've left an imprint on my life that I can't thank you enough for. You've made me laugh my ass off more times over than I can count, and considering that the current state of affairs is well a dumpster fire, I appreciate it more than you know. I love you couple of goons, smiley face, Luke. Okay.
I think this is
Thank
for
you.
offline.
Love you too, Luke. Thanks. Mm-hmm. Probably. Okay. So, I guess. Anyway, we just start grabbing.
Woo! I grabbed.
Things.
I'm cracking open a cold one with a boy. What is this? What is this? What is this? Is this candy? Is it candy?
Could be.
Purine.
This is for
Cream-filled wafers in dark chocolate.
Oh, pyramid.
Isn't anyone else glad?
Oh, it's for you.
Toffee.
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 Oh, it's a M&M and almond. No, it's toffee.
Is it hazelnut with the toffee?
Oh, they have the cream and
And
caramel.
the caramel. Is anyone else glad the Paloma won Drag Race
God, I
France?
wish my ass looked like that. Creamy and full of hazel's nut.
Toffee. Is that your FAP pad?
I don't know. Kinder Buenos, crispy and creamy. You fucking asshole. A scroll. There's no method to any of this madness, so I'm just grabbing this loose shit, and you're over here asking me if that's my fucking fat pad. Fucking
Is it?
asshole. I don't know what it is. Eric, I don't know. What is this? Is this porn?
Is that your FAP pad?
God, you said it with such fucking disdain, like you knew.
I got myself with that
Meeples.
one.
Sometimes it be your own joke.
Listen, if you can't laugh at your own jokes, who the hell's gonna laugh at somebody else's? Can I get an amen?
No. Okay.
Time for Toffee.
All right. So
Is this my new character voice? I do vaguely French
these look like
accent,
shirts.
which is rude.
I have no idea which one's which. So you can
Parlez-vous
have that one.
français?
What? Omelette du fromage.
Je m'appelle Toffee.
Okay. I forgot that you even made this fucking joke. I think this one's yours technically, but like size wise.
Oh.
But it doesn't matter. Loops, poops, clean up.
I love that I said it again right before this.
Well,
Loops, poops,
clean up crew.
clean up clue.
I love it.
Hell yeah.
These got to be like, if we ever like do like a pre-recorded skit thing, that like, all right, we're doing our live stream and it's like, okay guys, we'll be right back, and then we just play a scene that's like a pre-recorded scene, but it's like we're cleaning up and setting up, we're using our crew shirts because it's like security or whatever.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Loop.
Thank you, Loop.
Okay, so there's like all of this shit and then this. So like, okay. Wait, this might be the map. I have no idea. Okay, so there's side note, the storyline bit was written as an AU just to give context for the game setup.
Oh, this is the redacted thing, the game thing. Oh, that's what the meeples are for.
Yeah. Like they made like a legit, like this is like a lot. Holy crap.
How does the cream-filled wafers
I
factor
don't,
into this?
I don't think they do.
You mean
Okay,
you
so
can
you got to use
wafers?
this polyhedral. I don't care about whatever you're doing in France.
Polynomials.
So you need this. This determines damage level. Map board divided into different sections. Bonus station, Healer's Bay, and the river. And you start with 6 characters.
The
So is
fat
that
pad.
what this
Oh,
is?
the river's not a good place to be. It's the fat pad.
No, I think this is yours. Your fat pad.
Okay.
Also, I love that whatever you use to tie this is 100% the shit that you would use to make lanyards at like a camp.
I never went to camp.
Yeah, that sucks. I have a little piece of wood that has pictures from me at camp.
Okay.
At a camp I went to when I was like, it was like 2000 and I was really small. And there's a picture of me and I was like, I'm going to be rugged and not shower or wash my face because that's what men do. And
How is that different?
I shower every day.
Just kidding.
Sometimes I shower twice a day.
That's cool.
Oh! It's like a legit like Healer's Bay.
Oh hell yeah! Oh my god, that's yeah.
Is this your fat pad?
No, it's yours.
Don't talk to me. Okay,
Oh my goodness.
what is this scroll? Is this all part of the game? We
Bonus.
can't play
The
this
river.
today.
This is like some real shit. Like we gotta like do this.
We should do it on the stream.
Yeah.
And like I think you and I could play it and then we could like
Should we
follow
maybe
it.
save it for that then?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like shit, we could do a stream. What are you doing this weekend?
We have that party.
That's right. But that's not till like the evening on Saturday.
So
You don't got morning time?
you need to prepare all day for it.
Just really clean my
You
asshole.
need to study your role.
You know that.
Study your role and clean out your hole.
Hey, all you have to do if you just want to do the bare minimum, guys, with unwashed asses, you just take your loof and you just go a real quick wipe. You don't need to fist your own asshole.
That's
to clean
more
it.
than a lot of straight men are willing to do.
That's what I'm saying. Like you don't need to go like 3
no
knuckle
one's
deep.
telling you to like fucking like finger your ass.
Yeah,
it's like,
you can.
Just clean yourself
Yeah, like
or finger yourself. Have a good time
and have a bidet too.
that part.
Yeah, like okay, so that's the map board, and we start with 6 characters. So then I'm assuming that like what this scroll is, because I don't see it. Okay.
Perhaps it's the puree,
I don't think it's those.
but the cream filled wafers.
What is this? Okay, this is the setup. Board map location, gameplay.
Oh my god, that's like a whole thing.
Yeah, they like made like a legit.
This is amazing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. This is for the game. This is the setup.
Oh, okay.
So we do want to keep all of this stuff together then. We can keep it all like in this box or whatever. I don't mean to like undo it. It's just hard to figure out what is and is not part of things. So I'm going to assume this is also part of it.
This kind of tastes like paper.
Oh. It's a score bar and a caramello.
Caramels are delicious.
Mm-hmm.
This tastes French
Oh, oui, oui.
because it tastes like
What is
paper.
this?
I don't know. Purée. Et je m'appelle ASMR.
Is this the Anthrax?
Un,
Oh, this was
deux,
the webcam. Oh,
trois,
thank you. Oh, how cute.
quatre,
Oh, hell yeah. Thank you. I'm
Mérène,
very sweet. You didn't have to do that. Thank you.
Drag Race France.
That's fancy.
La Big Bertha.
What?
I watched Drag Race France.
Oh, okay.
It was good.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah.
You just said that.
They
Yeah.
crowned the person that I liked. Well, I mean, like, Honestly, any of the three of them I would have been happy with, but I really wanted Paloma to win. So I was really happy that Paloma won. I mean, like, in my heart of hearts, I wish Big Bertha could have won, but, like, she wasn't going to win.
Yeah.
She didn't even make it to the end.
Oof.
The looks just weren't there. The personality was amazing, but the looks just weren't there. I'm sure if they ever do an All-Star, she'll do amazing.
RedactedASMR.
Is this your FAP sack?
It's my sack where I keep all my FAP.
I'm very excited to see all this and play
My
all this.
fappings.
Thank you very much. We will stream it.
Yeah, you'll have to teach me. You'll give me a crash course in your lore.
Okay.
All right. This was also for Odie. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's books.
These taste dry.
Thank you so much, Luke. We're playing Stray on Friday, which we're doing it should be the last Stray stream on Friday. So if you're watching this the day it comes out on Wednesday the 17th, I'm playing Uncharted on my stream. We're continuing through we're going to play through the whole Uncharted series, but we're about halfway through the first one now. And then on Friday, we're going to be finishing up Stray. So some people aren't there because they're like, no spoilers because it's a cute little cat game. But like, it's very fun and I'm excited. But I was like, at one point, I'm like, guys, I wish magic was real. Like, I want to cast real spells.
Right.
And it's like, well, you know, like there's Wiccans and witches, like people like actually do. And I'm like, okay, yeah. And I'm like, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful here, but like, are there spells that I can cast that have an immediate effect? Because like, I guess I kind of just want to be a wizard,
right?
In a sense, but like, you know, like that's magic, and I want that. And they're like, no, there's curses, but you don't want to fuck with that. And I'm like, well, no, I don't want to fuck with curses.
Yeah,
but like, I want to do something. And so she actually sent me because of you seemed genuinely intrigued when the conversation of magic came up the other night. So I figured these could explain better than I could. LOL. Best loop. Thank you. Which is cool because I'll actually read them because, like, you know, I'm like not gonna like write things off. Oddly enough, I will read these with a much more interest and like, okay, than my sister who was like, hey, I just finished reading this book and I think like I was called today to like see if you should read it. I'm like, okay, and it's like a mind thing, like kind of working through like shit that like your parents, whatever. And I'm like, okay. And I was pooping and I was like going to start reading it. I read the foreword and it was a lot of like, you know, he's a doctor. And I'm like, but then he also is a chiropractor. I was like, okay. Yeah. And so I was like, oh, I'll Google it. And I'm like, seems, I'm like, but my sister said.
Seems a little woo-woo.
Yeah. So I don't need to do all the woo-woo. So like I try not to be like dismissively skeptical.
Yeah,
because like I don't think like she obviously like would appreciate if I actually took the time to read it. I don't think she expects me to, but like she felt in enough to do it. So I'm like, well, you wouldn't give me something bad to read, I'm assuming. I'm like, did I need to necessarily just read the foreword and then go, I need to Google who this guy is? What the fuck is he talking about? Because it does some of that stuff. It's like I'm a self-help guy, but like all I've done is just make self-help. Like it's that kind of like, okay. Yeah. Skeptical, but this will be cool. The empath experience and weave the liminal, living modern traditional witchcraft. Exactly. Like I want to make a sigil. Apparently, like if you do salt outside the door frame at the beginning of the month, that's supposed to bring good luck. I believe. I don't know for certain. Don't practice that at home if that's wrong. If I'm misremembering, it was a cat game time. So, okay, I'm good. Yes. That's everything. Thank you so much, Luke.
Thank you, Luke, very much. We will definitely play the game.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And if it's bad, we'll judge you. Yeah. But I don't think it'll be bad. I mean, you seemed pretty stoked at the game board.
It looks very involved. Your FAP mat?
Yeah. Or the FAP zone. Which zone do you want to come in?
Not the green one.
Well, I guess like based on how much like health you have is what zone you might float in the bay or whatever.
It makes sense. Like Healer's Bay, so like you're probably you're kind of
I'm assuming those are all Dahlia locations.
No.
Oh, AU is what they said. It was
AU. The river is like a Dahlia thing. That's like the river of death.
Yeah.
So that's probably
there was something
shit's
I
bad.
read that. Yeah. You can be in death for a bit.
Yeah.
Just take a little breather.
Yeah.
And while you're there, check out his academy with John Soul Eater.
And maybe while you're down there in the description box, check out my link to Squarespace.
Squarespace.
I don't have a Squarespace promo.
I still have my GoPro promo, and I did not put it in the comments last week. I just like totally spaced. So maybe I'll do that today or tomorrow. I don't fucking know, dude. I got my 3 signups, and that was pretty cool. And one of them was me, because it's like U.S. only, and it has to be in your area. And so like Texas people were like, some people in Texas were not there, and then like some people it was, and it's like, okay, cool. Yes. But otherwise, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. I think we're all good. I think we're Gucci gang.
I have nothing else to say. I have nothing else to say.
I gotta go home.
I have nothing else to say. I've said everything. I have nothing else to say.
But wait, I have one more.
No, I have nothing else to say.